Welcome everybody to a night out on the DL. I believe this is session 18. Ooh, almost close to that 20 mark. So last time I will be doing a full recap as we have lost BigYin for this campaign today. He may or may not die. Who knows? We'll find out. But last time, everybody in the group ended up at the cave, and they were kind of figuring out how they wanted to proceed forward. Eventually, they proceeded forward. Upon getting into the chamber, they were met by the one and only Orieth. He was the kind of keeper of the cave, as it were, calling himself the Lord of Lancerock. A bit of a skirmish for a total of 3 rounds, I think, before Llus popped out of the tunnel, and Orieth sees Llus. He's digging the orc with the glasses. He likes. They kind of hit it off for a while. Upon Llus agreeing that they would exit the cave without future entanglements, Orieth gives him his secret treasure. That was the book in the room that Llus had seen the session before that. And then they kind of talked some more, and Llus found that Orieth had actually worked with the cultists previously. He's not in contact with them anymore, but he had this really weird and mysterious object in his room that was all kinds of dark energies and all that jazz. And so he talked to the group. They all wandered out. But before they wandered out, Elwarin saw the Minotaur skeleton, at least that's what it looks like. And he recognized that as the monstrosity that came and attacked his town, that he was helping protect a long, long time ago before he was a proper adventurer. And he found out that there used to be a village of them up in the north, way, way far north up in the mountains. And there used to be a evil, quote unquote, necromancer yak person that would transform his kin into zombies and skeletons and just set them loose kind of everywhere and anywhere. Orieth and a group from Mirabar put an end to it, and that's where his 2 giant minotaur skeletons came from. And from there they proceeded out the cave, and that was pretty much the gist of the entire encounter. And now, after that, they decided that they were going to keep proceeding and go split the party into 2 different groups. Cromwell and Ulrich were going to go first, head back to the Red Large and say, oh no, the party left them, or they died, or whatever things, because they heard that there were spies in the town of Red Large from Orieth. And upon them splitting the group, Ulrich and Lando were confronted by 4...
Ulrich and Cromwell.
Ulrich and Cromwell. What did I say? Probably useless. I say useless a lot. Ulrich and Cromwell. They are surrounded by a total of 4 people, we'll say, with large vultures. And they were given the answer, come with us peacefully, or come with us after a fight. After some careful decision making, they decided to leave without fighting. So they were taken away by the birds, and off they flew far, far, far away. And then the rest of the group party was found a couple hours later, by the same group. Well, they think the same group. They're not sure because they didn't know what happened the first time. And instead of complying and going with them freely, they fought. And Llus hurt them really badly. And you guys are about to find out why they were probably hurt really badly. So with that, we can, get into this session. So the party has been split. Ulrich and Cromwell are long gone with the vulture guys, heading over to what you guys presume to be the Feathergale Spire. And you guys are surrounded by a group of dead what looks like people to you, that were it kind of exploded from the inside out. Lando, I believe you picked up your ball, correct?
Yes, I did.
So go ahead and as you kind of walk over to pick up your ball, you notice that they don't seem human. Go ahead and roll a perception or investigation check, whichever one you would like.
Definitely should not be investigation because that's -1.
Investigation.
Cool, perception.
Investigation.
Oh, you can also investigate. Yeah, good. You're kind of far, but you can investigate against this person. But with its 18, yeah, you can go roll for it.
I got a decent bonus. Oh,
Oof, you can
barely
see.
salvaged a low roll.
Yeah, they look humanoid to you, useless from this distance. Perhaps if you got closer, it'd be better. Lando, as you kind of are inspecting the body, you notice there's a lot of wood on the body, and as you kind of the last of like the helmet kind of falls off as you pick up your I guess metallic ball. You notice it's a wooden dummy, like a wooden golem, not a person.
Interesting.
Which would
that
probably
makes total sense where they like blew up. You know, they were made out of wood.
Yeah, which is why they kind of imploded with the fire. And as you kind of, I guess, Elwarin, are you trying to do some perception also? Is that what you ran up here?
I just walked over, but that already. I mean, that's probably enough to know.
Yeah, and like as you kind of look into it a little bit further, you see a blast. It looked like there was something set inside of the body. That got landed in there. So yeah, you make an assumption that these were wooden dummy golems that had a explosion set within them. Based off your 18, it seems that it's set off by fire.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, so what else are you guys looking for?
How do I add fire to my weapons?
It's not something you can add to. It's all gone, dude. Everything's exploded. You can't, nothing to salvage there. Lando is a small person. That's why he looks very small on the screen.
Yep. And I can only go in the top left. Is it still showing up small?
Yes.
That's great.
I can fix that whenever I want to.
Well, so can I.
That didn't fix it.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know actually. I have no idea what's wrong with it, but sorry. You can move it, make me big if you want.
Just makes my life a little bit easier. Apologies for the fun I'm taking away from you.
It's all right. I'll forget about it.
Yeah. So anybody else doing anything else with these kind of wooden golem bodies?
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Ted's gonna be back in a bit. Is that what he said?
Yes, that is what he said. Elwarin, can
I
you make
guess-
a general perception check for me of the area?
Sure.
You can too, Mr. DQ, if you'd like.
I shall do that.
Are you still the
Sorry
Lord
for
of this rock?
being late as well.
That's fine.
All right, let's see. Which check would you like me to do? Sorry, if my
Perception.
count.
Perception.
Yes, sir. Here I go rolling again.
Okay. So Elwarin, as you're kind of like looking around, as like Lando's like really fascinated by this body, you hear some rustling, and you can kind of see from your angle, one bird kind of. It's a lot farther away on this map. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. A bit further off, there are some bushes around here and some trees, and you just see a big bunch of flapping. You hear like these like whoosh, 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 as a giant vulture kind of comes out and flies away. Yeah, that was it. So it seems to be heading towards that same spire you guys kind of saw in the distance from Lance Rock a while back.
just the vultures. No one on there or anything.
No, there was a rider on there. It was a vulture with a rider. And they
Okay.
just, yeah, they were. It looked like to
Okay.
you that they were kind of watching this situation kind of play out, and then they left once they saw that everything was destroyed.
Okay.
So yeah, so what's your guys' game plan? Do you guys want to follow them, head back to the Red Large, regroup? What do you guys want to do?
Just to clarify, did BigYin actually leave us at the end of
No,
last session?
no. So he
Okay.
he did not leave anybody. He kind of he thought about it for a split second about transforming, but kind of thought about it again and realized, him by himself possibly going into a group of baddies is probably not the best situation. So he's still with you guys.
Fine. Be fine.
He came to his senses. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they tell us where they were going to take us? sorry.
No, they did not. They did not get to
No.
that point in the conversation
Okay.
with you guys. They were getting there before the ball got thrown and hit the person in the face.
Yes.
It
that's
is
exactly what happened.
probably fair to assume, though, that they're going to where the one vulture just flew off to.
That would be a
Yeah.
good
I
assumption.
believe that is a very good assumption.
But to be
Or-
clear, it was never explicitly said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
I
any of
think
these wooden
from
golems.
intuition, I think we can kind of assume that, though, as Ulrich said. So
Yep.
I think that's probably the path we want to take. Probably want to rescue our fellows. I wouldn't want to be carried by the scruff, probably, by big vultures. So
Agreed.
Sure, makes sense.
I think, in my opinion, we follow that. Does everyone kind of agree on that one? Unless
Yeah,
we really want to be dicks.
uh, Well, I would say let's at least go in that direction and see what's going on over there. I mean, I'm not saying let's storm in right away, but at least let's figure out what's going on over there.
Sure,
Yeah, I'd say
let's go back to the Desserin Valley map real quick here.
Sounds good.
So you guys got picked up as it kind of loads in. Right around there, right? And so based off what you saw at Lance Rock down here, that the Feathergale Spire is about roughly this way, in this direction, in these mountains. So, based off your location, you can go through the Red Larch and then to Feathergale Spire.
Yeah,
I think that would be a good idea. So we should probably, supply ourselves.
well, let's remember that the initial plan was to not go to town.
The
so
main
maybe-
point was to not attract any attention
Oh,
of any
got it.
kind,
So-
essentially, and be
Yeah.
be treated as
So I would
if
say,
Ulrich's story and Cromwell's story of us is still factual in their eyes, I believe, right?
yes, I would say let's try to be stealthy and go around and not draw any attention to
Yeah,
us.
if we have to take a little bit extra time, I think that's probably the way to do it, just to make sure our plan's still kind of in action, even
Okay.
though we kind of hit a snag.
Cool.
Got it.
So
Does that sound good?
Yeah, so it is getting to evening time right now for you guys. It's been like most of the day for you guys to travel back from your expenditures and adventures. So you would need to sleep before getting there, or you could head there as like the sun's setting, and you won't get there till it's fully dark. Which a couple of you guys that doesn't work well for.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be best to rest. I think we need to rest anyway for the most part.
Yes.
I believe we haven't had any long rest in a good moment for those who use spells and things like that to recover their spell slots. So probably would be
Makes
ideal
sense
to do that.
Would it make sense to at least like not go all the way there, but get closer to it and then try to rest, since we still have some time today, instead of just resting here and then heading out the next day?
You guys
Yeah,
have
probably
about
would
an
be,
hour.
it probably wouldn't be best to stay in the current spot where this just happened. So yeah, I think it is best to keep moving
Yeah.
a little bit, so that way they don't come looking in the area that they last saw us. So
And just
And
saw
bodies
a
are still
bird
laying
with
around.
bodies.
yeah, bodies are
Yeah.
laying around. We're just sleeping near them. I
Yeah.
think that would be a no-no. So I think we should kind of go somewhere within the woods, maybe along that path, deeper. But just some thoughts.
So yeah, with the amount of
Yeah.
time you guys have left, you could get from about this location here to the
Uh-huh.
middle of this grid over here.
And what type of? We don't know what type of terrain is actually over there. Really, do we? Have we been over there?
You've not been that way, no.
Okay, so we can't really.
I was just telling you, like, just based off like the pure distance,
Uh-huh.
You could probably get from where you are here to like here before the sun like is fully down and you're making camp and stuff like that.
Gotcha. I think that would probably be the best thing to do. I just don't know what type of terrain's over there, unfortunately, or what we're dealing with. So I don't know if we're still sitting ducks over there.
You can make an assumption that this is kind of mountainy, but this
Okay.
you've never been you've never been north of the Red Larch, is what I should say. So you don't know what the terrain is like north. If you're like, this is like when you guys got to here, that was realistically as far north as you guys have been on this adventure.
Yeah.
So it's farther north than when we were at the quarry, right? When we checked out the.
Yeah, the quarry is still within the town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the quarry's in the town. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I'd say let's head over there.
I say we take that action. How's that sound, Useless and Mr. Lando? You got your ball back, so you'll be happy.
I got the ball back. Yeah.
Nice.
I need to inquire. Just if any of you have any info about how I can, strengthen that.
Might be a useless question. If you can enchant it somehow later on.
Wait,
maybe.
what was the question? What was the question?
Can I enchant my weighted ball? To make it.
He wants to basically make it one of his primary weapons.
Well, it's just got to be like everybody's gonna have a good throwing weapon,
Yeah, I get it. Projectiles are important.
Do I need like an enchant spell to do it?
Probably.
Sorry.
So back, before we head out, would it be worth it for Useless to, do like an Arcana check or something on the wooden figures, since we had a full-on conversation with them and they blew up into wood afterwards?
Okay, I missed this part kind of. So
Sure. Here, I'll bring us back to the other map then.
Just to kind of find out what's going on, because
Sure.
Obviously we thought we had a conversation with.
No,
I think that's
actual
reasonable.
beings.
Sure, yeah, makes sense. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll that Arcana check, Mr. Useless, feel free to.
I see nothing.
Okay, so
Well,
you do recognize that there is magic about all three of them, but you can't quite tell the source.
What does it have anything to do with the molten black thing that's at the center of their chest?
So like I said, with your check, you saw that was kind of like an incendiary explosion device that was triggered by fire.
Did I miss something? That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So you missed out earlier. So.
They're all
I'm sorry to kind of backtrack.
Yeah.
Just give me a quick TLDR.
Lando went to go pick up his ball, and he rolled really well on his reception, so he realized that these were wooden, golem figurines, not like actual people.
Okay.
And the reason why the fire damage just exploded all of them was because they were wooden, and they had incendiary devices on their bodies for explicitly fire damage.
Gotcha.
So when they got blasted,
it's gonna get some use.
Sounds good. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty much unsalvageable. What's on their bodies, there's nothing left for you to take unless you wanted some charred.
Disintegrated.
Got it. It's all charred and stuff like that.
Is it edible though?
I'm not gonna make it that.
In that.
Can it float?
No, it could not float. If you added water to it, it might turn into a darkish muck.
Cool.
Perhaps.
Hey, there's carbon in that if it's really burnt wood.
Yeah.
Cool. I think we kind of move on.
Cool.
If you guys
Gather it
feel
up.
like
You can turn it into diamonds.
if you guys feel like we can't really get any more out of this, I think we should just get going.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was worth a try to get some information, right?
Cool. So as you guys are kind of traveling around, Useless, are you gonna open up that grimoire you got at all, or are you just chilling with it?
Yeah, I can take a look at that on our way.
Cool. All right. Just let me know when you plan on opening it up, so I can give you some deets, as it were. Cool. So you guys kind of keep continuing. Let's go back to the map, I guess, for right now. So as you guys are kind of moseying your way on, you get to right north of the Red Larch, and as you guys kind of explore this new terrain, if I could have Elwarin roll me a nature or survival check.
Or
either one, whichever one you choose, whichever one you'd like.
All right.
you're kind of scoping out the terrain as you guys are kind of walking forward. Cool. So as you guys keep walking, it's pretty similar terrain. Like there's some sparse trees and some sparse bushes kind of around, but it's pretty open out here. Like I said, you guys could probably try to camp under a tree if you wanted to like get quote unquote cover from stuff, but it's a pretty open kind of terrain. And as Elwarin uses his elf eyes to see further, he knows it's pretty much until you get to the base of the mountains, it's pretty much open.
So we're like right here, right?
Yeah, you guys are like right above the red larch, like right there.
Okay. Maybe we just, since I don't think we're gonna make it into the mountains, I think we just kind of camp up here, if we can see this area. We can see this, I'm assuming, from where we're at because of the mountains.
Like I said, it's just all open. I'm saying like the entire area is just open space.
Yeah, I think we actually just do a detour here, since I don't know if we're actually gonna make it into it. What I'm guessing is that this whole area is kind of open. So I think we need to get cover as soon as possible, guys.
So you're trying to head into the mountains to like find like a mountain cave that will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask, or just camp within like the mountain range itself, within
Sounds like a very good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you put a token down where we are?
Yeah.
We can
use a rock. 1 second.
How's that sound, Mr. Useless? I even put
acceptable.
respect on your name. Cool. As long as
I think it was also a location on where Cromwell and Ulrich are.
So you guys don't know, but I'll draw a box for where like the general location of
just like
what
direction we're going.
Yeah, there's like a right here is where you're looking to go.
Okay.
It didn't let me draw a box. Let me fix that 1 second.
That looks great.
No, I like.
We
boxes.
know which. We just know which one of those.
You're going to this area.
Octagons.
Yeah, you're going to that.
Yeah, I'd rather not be sitting here for sure.
Yeah,
so
no.
That's definitely the play.
Yeah, on the edge of the mountain.
Based off
Elwarin. Yeah.
Got it. So you guys are gonna camp here, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
I was thinking more like right here, but yeah, that works too.
Wait, where?
Like right here, like a little
there?
bit closer toward our destination.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll say you guys are camping like right there, but the token's just gonna be in the middle. But you guys are like at the edge there, and as you guys get to the edge, like the sun is like fully setting now. And you guys are able to find your way to a small camp. And let me see if I have anything that could work for this. Holy cow, this map is so big. No, all right, we're gonna go back to their map. We'll pretend that you guys are in a cave now. Let me remove these tokens off the screen. We will pretend.
Man, there's a lot of trees in this cave.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cave around these trees.
Yeah, so you guys are here. I'll draw a quick little box. So you guys are like within this cave opening that's like that big, pretty much. You can get in about that far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like a normal cave. You probably wouldn't want to start a fire within the cave because smoke inhalation and all that jazz, which you guys would understand. So you guys would probably make your campfire kind of outside. We'll say like it's outside this way, like this is the back end of the cave. And this is the front side of the cave. So you'd probably make your fire out here if you wanted to. So it's like evening time right now because they're kind of strolling and you guys are pretty tired. What do you guys want to do this evening?
Does everybody need a long rest? Is anybody that only needs a short rest?
I think Mr. Useless and BigYin's with us, right?
Yes. He's traveling with you guys.
I'd probably need a long rest.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
a long
Because-
rest to get some
right?
my one level 2 spell slot back.
I think it's probably best for Elwarin to just keep watch while the rest of us do a long rest, most likely.
Elwarin needs his spell slot back too, I believe.
Yeah,
The issue is I probably will not be the best.
I can, since I don't
The
really
guy
need
who
to
can't
sleep.
see in the
I
dark.
only
You only need 4 hours.
so.
Yeah, so you can
So
just.
if someone else can do a short rest, then we can split it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do, but the problem is I'm not very great at night.
Yeah, that's not.
I
gonna
mean,
be
I
a
guess
good
with the
idea.
campfire going, it wouldn't be too horrible for me. But I
I mean, if you wanted to set some traps before going to sleep, so you're alerted. If like
that's something I was considering from the thing I learned from that inn.
Yeah.
Yes, a long time ago. So I'd recommend maybe that might be a good idea because that way you can actually go to sleep and like it, like your character would know that you would wake up if these like alarms were triggered sort of deal.
And I'm bad at using these tools. So is this the whole thing an opening?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's smaller than that. It's okay. It's.
I'm just trying to get
All right. The cave opening is like this big.
Okay,
and then it comes out bigger. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure resource-wise. I was like,
fine.
I don't think I have enough resources to cover the whole.
Yeah, I was just drawing a big box just so you guys are.
No worries.
Cave. Yeah.
No worries.
It's that big roughly.
Cool. I think that's more suitable for that. I think I have enough resources for that.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So yeah, I think that suggestion is something that I'll do.
I want to point out, just mechanically, a long rest is just not doing anything for like 10 hours. You don't have to sleep the whole 10 hours. Like, it's literally just resting.
Oh, just like literally doing nothing essentially.
Yeah, reading a book. Cooking.
Oh, well, we got Mr.
Yeah.
Grimoire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
But it is nighttime, right? So you might want to like actually let your body rest. But yeah,
meaning you can split your sleep time. So like someone can take watch for 4 hours in between someone else, right? Like sleep for 2 hours, take watch, and then sleep for another 6 hours.
That makes sense. I did not know that.
Yeah, you don't have to like literally stay up all night.
Cool.
That's great. Okay. So since I'm covering, I can definitely cover.
I still want to set my traps.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
So
definitely a good idea.
just gonna, hey Lando, just gonna watch out for these traps. You might not know about this, so I kind of want to make sure I show him that I'm setting these up. Make sure that he's paying attention.
I'll go back to the end of the cave.
Just go in the back, yeah.
Lando.
I want to take my ball out and
okay.
Lay it on the ground.
You're not a sleepwalker, are you?
I'm gonna fall asleep next to the ball.
All right, are you gonna hold the ball like a stuffed animal, or it's just gonna be next to you?
It's a
I feel
pillow.
incredibly ignored.
It's a pillow. See, I did ask you a question. To be fair.
No. I'm purposely like, I'm just like, yeah, I've been ignored. I acknowledge that. Yeah, set up my traps and I hunker down towards the wall of the cave, and I'm good, I think, to rest for a little bit.
Okay. So Llus, are you opening up the book in the cave, or are you opening it up like on your guys' kind of walk? What's your kind of game plan for that?
On our walk.
God damn it! Now I have to retcon a little bit. All right.
You gave him the option, man.
Yeah.
Doing everything you're.
He did say
not planning
earlier,
for.
to be fair.
Yeah,
Usually did say earlier that he was like, I want to read it while walking.
Yeah. So it's fine. We will do this now. Don't worry. 1 second. I'll get all your characters out. Give me a second.
It looks like you're in an episode of SpongeBob right now or something.
Like, oh damn, Llus is in an endless void.
Done fucked up now.
Yeah, you're in that white void in SpongeBob.
So you guys have not rested yet. That is the key thing I want to make sure everybody is aware. You have not yet rested. I still don't know why it's bringing everything out like half size. All right, cool. So the four of you guys are kind of wandering the road, and Llus, describe how you're opening up this book.
I carefully open it.
Okay, so
starting like from the cover.
Okay. So
always careful.
Yeah. So 1 second. Sorry, I need to do a couple of things here.
I tear off the cover.
Yeah,
the first 20 pages.
That's all you wanted to do. That's all you wanted to do, man. Hey, I'm not here to decide how he plays his character and how.
Yeah, I burned the book because screw this guy. Yeah.
I don't know if you would do that because of how much you like that. You think you like. I guess I don't know if you look up.
No, I wouldn't actually do that.
Yeah, it's like an artifact to you.
He names his book Grimmy.
Yeah, it's like an artifact. So you open up. So like I said, on the front cover it says like the grimoire of Varrock, Skullcrusher, Monarch, and then you see like looks like a card. Is kind of like with dusted, and it looks like it's been painted to kind of match the same as the cover. And yeah, so you open the cover, and unfortunately, you see, as soon as you open it, a skull on the card. All right, let me see if I can get a good picture of it for you guys. Excellent, cool. So you open the picture, you open the book, and you see a card that has the symbol on it. Go ahead and roll Arcana for me, my good sir.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You rolled well. So you would recognize this as being the skull from the Deck of Many Things. It seems that somebody had manipulated the cover of this in order so that when the person first opens the grimoire, he's thrown with this image, as it were.
Okay.
And so what's going to happen now is you are kind of getting summoned to the Shadow Realm, but not really.
Okay.
A avatar shows up to you. You would recognize this as the Avatar of Death.
Quick interjection. Are we seeing this, or what's going on with?
He hasn't made a noise unless you guys are looking back towards him. I'm guessing.
I just wasn't sure if the book was like glowing or anything
that.
No.
He just opened it, and now like a just huge avatar of God is staying next to him. Huge scythe. Cool. And what Llus sees, because you guys haven't turned back yet. He hasn't made a noise yet, because it's been happening too fast. These robes look kind of familiar to you, Llus. You're not quite sure why they look familiar. Like something's kind of itching you the back of your skull. Get it? Because it's the skull image. Anyways, and yeah, so the Avatar of Death says, "Useless. We must fight, for you have summoned me."
Wait, what?
Did my audio cut out there?
I have to do combat?
No, your audio was perfect.
Okay.
I think he just said, what?
Yeah, so that is what he says. And you would know with your 21 that the skull doesn't necessarily kill the summoner, but you know that if other people help you, it doesn't usually do well. You're not quite sure what the kind of circumstances are around people helping you during this point, but you understand that, like, hey, typically this is a one-on-one fight, and if other people join in, it typically doesn't help the person who flipped the card over.
So getting help doesn't help me?
No, that's what you would know. You're not sure why, because you've never actually seen this in action, but you remember like reading up on this and be like, the skull, that sucks. Hopefully I don't have to get that, because that means I have to fight. And
I'm still pretty high up the last victory, so
sure.
Well for it.
Sure, yeah. Cool, go ahead and roll initiative for me, good sir. Let's clear this order.
Spectral.
Click the initiative.
Whatever, we'll do public rolls for you guys. Why not? I will be nice. Cool. All right, so he's gonna go first.
Hello, guys.
Oh,
hello, stranger.
He's joined us. You're gonna be there. And we'll say this guy pops up back here just so it's easier. And so you just hear in all of you guys' heads, he says, "Useless. It's time for us to fight." And they've rolled their initiative. And Llus knew this. He hasn't said this anything out loud yet, but Llus knows that if people come to help him, it makes it worse for everybody involved. But he doesn't know how it makes it worse for everybody involved.
All right.
So that's what's happened. So, Llus, are you gonna say anything? I'll give you a second to like say anything, because nobody knows what's happening right now.
I thought we just kind of all heard the same thing, right?
Yeah, but like you guys haven't had time to react to that sound yet. So
okay.
I'm giving Llus like within that same breath of him saying we must fight now, to give an opportunity to say something.
Say stay back.
All right, you've heard him.
Do you want us to stay back?
Stay back.
Okay. That's not like you,
so
I'll respect that.
The Avatar of Death takes a step forward.
That would be terrifying, by the way. If Llus was like, stay back to anything magical that happened, I'd be like,
exactly.
fuck this.
That's why I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. He must be serious.
And he attempts to swing his magic scythe on you.
I'm going to get one shot.
Maybe. Does a 4 hit?
No.
Nice. He misses. He swings, and it looks like it's kind of clunky the way that he's carrying it. Looks like he may not be used to it. and he swings, and it just whiffs right over your head.
Weird.
And he just kind of looks and he's like, "Huh, this is going to be interesting." Your turn.
I am very interested. You think the Avatar of Death would be much more proficient, right?
Perhaps.
Damn, burn.
Okay. I guess I just.
No inkling of what's going on as a character right now, I assume.
He's like right in my face, right?
Yes, he's right on top of you. Yeah. So you would take an opportunity attack if you moved away from him.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna Thunder Wave.
Okay. Could you put that spell in the chat for me, please?
Yeah.
This is just good old.
I think you hit BigYin here and Lando with this. Unless depending on where you angle this, I just want to check and see.
How do I put it in chat?
There should be like a message bubble next
Quote
to it.
bubble.
Yeah.
And then it says public roll. Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Yep, that is apparent. Spell save DC.
This creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. All right, so you can choose where this cube originates. It can originate right in the middle of you, like in the corner somewhere. But it is a 15-foot cube. So if you can make a 15-foot cube for me, that doesn't and it can be like here and then moves down 15 feet or
like
to the side
corner here and then.
Yeah, or you could pick like this corner, like this corner here.
I mean, I'm not opposed to hitting BigYin here, but
sure. I mean, yeah, but you would also I think you'd hit yourself with that.
Yeah, so it have to sweeps out from me.
Yes,
it's 15-foot cube originated from me. I think that has to be from me.
Oh, I think
How
you're
much
right.
rubber are you wearing?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess you hit everybody in a 15-foot cube. I guess I can draw that out for everybody.
No, it starts from him, so he can choose the directionality of it.
Oh, okay. So you can just have it be forward facing. It doesn't have to be centered on you. That's what I thought.
Okay. So if it was forward facing, how would that work?
It would just go like this or whatever, something like that. It would just be in front of you.
I see. Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Cool. All right. And that is a Constitution saving throw?
Let's see.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Okay.
He does not save. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh.
So you typically just click on the Thunder Wave?
see.
Yeah. I just wanted to read this spell, so you just click the Thunder Wave.
I click normally, or do you mean the one I put in chat?
Click normally.
Right?
Yeah, click normally.
He just wanted the description, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so he takes 11 damage. Oof.
Thunder!
Oof. And this guy does not look very... I mean...
Did he get pushed away 10 feet?
Oh, does he? He does. Wow, look at you. Yeah, he gets pushed by 10 feet. Cool.
Okay. How far can I move?
Your movement. Your movement.
All right.
He just fucking runs.
Hey man, you do what you gotta do here. I'm not. That's what I would do. Listen, hey man.
I mean, Avatar of Death, useless. Pretty badass name, not gonna lie.
All right, I ran 30
Oh,
feet.
maybe if you kill him,
So
you
wait.
become the Avatar of Death.
Ooh.
Also, let me get this right. So you told us to stay back, but then you run away, so we are close to
Useless, do we run with you? What's the plan here? I'm not sure what's happening.
I'd run away.
No.
I follow.
Oh yeah, I'm running.
If he's gone, I'm gone. I start bolting.
So I love how you guys all head in the same direction, and BigYin's like, nope, of the opposite direction.
It's kind of like without a paddle, you know?
Yeah,
only one of us didn't go to the Prometheus school of running away from things.
I'm sorry, wait, where is it? I can't even see it on the map. Oh, there it is. Shit. Sorry.
Yeah, you can picture that. You can picture it, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right. So that is
Make sure you
Yeah, that's your full turn.
Yeah.
And that was a second level spell, right?
No, just
That's bullshit. All right, cool, excellent. Yeah, so he kind of shakes it off a little bit, and he starts to float, and he just zips right over to you.
Fucking hell, man.
And he takes a swing.
Okay.
Let's see. Wow, that's another miss.
Sweet.
This is not going as well as I was hoping. For my
I think I'm looking at here.
For my dude, at least. All right, it's your turn.
Okay. Like I was trying to run away because like range stuff is at disadvantage, right? When he's up close.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
I think he's just a melee scythe user.
Is he humanoid?
I guess.
Could I hold person?
I think so. Put the spell in chat for me. I don't know. Put the spell in chat for me. Eh?
Does
Wait,
Ulrich know?
how many level 2 spell slots do you have?
2 left.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. And quick. Alrighty then. I thought you only had 1 left. All right. Okay. Yeah. Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Fuck! I should have picked this character.
He's paralyzed.
All right.
Okay. It's just stuck, dude. It's
Okay.
paralyzed.
Now I'm gonna make some distance again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Seeing Useless start to run again, I
Okay.
make sure.
So yeah. So go ahead and make your movement.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Continue to go back that way.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
So now it's his turn. He's going to roll to break free.
And that happens
does
on
not.
the end of his turn.
Yeah, he can't move, right? So he's just like,
Mhm.
oh, he doesn't break free. Congrats, I guess. Why is this so much easier than it should have been? I don't understand. Anyways, keep going.
I guess BigYin knew he never ran away either.
Kiting the fuck out of this thing.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
World of
All right.
Warcraft all over.
Let's go Scorching Ray.
Okay. So the way that I want you to do this is click, like, do the spell once, and then if it hits, click the damage. That misses, do the next one.
Okay.
That misses, do the next one.
Man, I'm not in a roll.
Someone who's paralyzed, would he not have advantage? I'm just curious, actually.
No, because he's just standing there.
Oh, okay.
He's not like
Advantage on attacks, like melee attacks.
I see.
that. Also misses. All 3 of those. Miss.
Wait, what?
They
A
have all
19?
missed. They
Third
have
one
all
missed?
missed. They have
Damn,
all
get
missed.
fucked.
How do I miss the 19 on a
Useless brain is
paralyzed dude?
garbage.
What is that shit?
You've missed. I can describe how you miss if you'd like. I don't know what you want, but
Yeah,
you missed
give
all
us the
3.
description.
Yeah, so
I want to know how you dodged that one.
Sure, yeah. So the first 2 just kind of go short, and then the third one you're just so terrified. I guess I don't know why, but you're just so terrified that you shoot, gets the right distance, but just a little bit too high.
Okay.
Sounds like something out of Looney Tunes.
Are you gonna move again? Are you gonna move again? So that's all your level 2 spell slots, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's fine.
We're
Just checking.
gonna keep going back.
Okay.
I can still hit him from this range.
Fucking
Probably, yeah.
Useless. What are we doing?
You're running him for your lives. But...
Run
gotta
for your
pause that.
lives.
I usually don't take orders, but I'm down right now.
Cool. All right. That's your turn. He's stuck, so he's going to try again. Still stuck. God damn. Lucky motherfuckers. All right. That's his turn.
Okay.
All right. You got level 1
alright.
spells left and cantrips, I believe.
Yeah. Any more saving throws? Let's see. How far am I?
Just, 60 feet roughly. Like
Yeah.
55, 60 feet. Yeah, 55.
Okay. Yeah, let's do frostbite.
Okay.
Going for the Hail Mary.
Okay. He saves. Does he take damage? He saves. No damage. Haha. No damage. All right. All right.
All right.
You do anything else?
No, we're just gonna sit here.
Okay. The rest of you guys just gonna sit there too? Are y'all just like watching? He's just like, where's he going? Where's he moving? I'm moving with him.
I'm just taking the advice that I was given to keep running. I am not very in tune with magic at all. This shit freaks me out.
Sure. So are you just gonna keep going?
I'm gonna keep
All right, cool.
going.
Just keep your character where it was. We'll say that you're fine.
Can I tell them if you help, it'll just make things worse?
Yeah. Feel free to.
Yeah, I'll do that. If
You don't have to tell me
it'll just make things worse.
twice.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on having anyways. It's okay.
All right. This has been a long
Very,
time.
very noble of you, Elwarin.
Yes, he saves. Thank fucking God. All right. It's not like you can do anything with that though. But he is no longer held by you.
Okay. I will spam frostbite.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, he saves that. All right. He's just like, you see him like kind of crack his neck a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, you sure know how to keep a avatar of death down, as they say. Like the guy still seems kind of perplexed at his new form, from what you can tell, and he zips up to you.
What is that speed, man?
He's got some speed. He's an avatar of death, my dude.
Crackhead.
Cool. He's going to roll to hit you. He hits! Thank fucking God!
You're trying to do that.
You don't understand how hard this has been for me to watch. Alright, cool. So you take 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then you take 4 necrotic damage. Or sorry, 7 necrotic damage.
What's that?
It's extra damage.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, so 11 slashing and 7 necrotic.
Okay.
Necrotic's like the opposite of radiant.
Wait, so 11 slashing and then how much necrotic?
7. So you take a full
7.
total of 18. So what necrotic damage does typically is like you can't regain HP for a little while after it gets hit, but that's what you would associate necrotic damage typically to. Like Ulrich said, radiant damage is like holy light, necrotic is like darkness and death and all that bullshit.
Necromancer shit, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death. Cool. All right, that's his turn. It's your turn.
I guess I Thunderwave again.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Does that go well?
I mean, click it. Click it like you're doing the damage for it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're doing it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's see. And is it half if he saves? I think it's half, right? Half. Okay.
Failed
Well,
save.
yeah. I'll roll it, but it doesn't really
Yeah, half
matter.
damage. Half damage if saved.
Yeah, I'll roll it, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he didn't save. And as you kind of make this big thunderclap with your hands, the wave emanates out from you, and you just see the avatar of death get hit by it, and the hood kind of comes off, and it looks like an orc to you, just based off the way the head's shaped, and its robes just get split open, and the avatar of death its scythe breaks, and all of that disappears until you are looking at a ghostly form of a tall and very broad orc based off of the skeletal structure, and he says, that was fun. And as he says that, kind of the ghost, the gastial like flesh starts to populate his bones, and you see like a normal like robe, like a dark. It's like a purple robe kind of come on with a small hood that he has removed currently, and it is an orc with glasses, and he's looking at you, and he's like, hello. What is your name, young one?
What do you mean, hello? You just tried to kill me.
Oh, no, so how do I?
Oh, please explain.
Yeah, he's like, how do I explain this? It seems that one of my apprentices from a long time ago. Oh, by the way, my name is Vrock Skullcrusher, Monarch.
Beaverock.
Are there any others? I've never heard of another. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But one of my apprentices a long time ago, he's like, what, 300 years ago now? He thought it would be funny to put a booby trap on my book. And as you can see, there was the skull, which, when flipped over, causes an angel of death to appear. And if we fight, if you win, I become a ghost shield form that helps you. Just helps you teach things. all that jazz. If you lose, well, I guess you weren't worthy. I don't know, man. Nobody's lost yet, but one. He's like, one got real close. What age is this? What's the year?
Are you asking us?
I do a history check to see if I can remember what year it is.
Yeah, you know what year it is. It's like 1452 or whatever bullshit number.
Okay.
He's like, last time I was summoned, it was 30 years ago. And based off your conversation with Orioth, his master started kind of going insane about 30 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all starting to kind of like wavelengths starting to kind of like mesh together in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, he won, but he lost at the same time. I don't know. He lost something, and he just wouldn't talk to me anymore. He like tried to act like I didn't exist. I don't know. But yeah. So by the way, DQ, Elwarin, BigYin, Lando, you guys don't see anything. You just saw the specter just disappear, and Llus is just talking to some invisible creature in front of him that you guys have no idea who it is.
Cool.
Comforting.
Yeah. He's like, so you have my book, I see?
Yeah, I actually got it from the last person who opened your book.
No, so that would have been the guy's teacher.
No.
He refused to open the book upon seeing the way his master was like acting.
I see it. So
Yeah, so that's why he didn't let you know, because he didn't know there was a booby trap on there. He had no idea what the fuck would happen to his teacher.
I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't like tricking you or anything. Like when he gave this to you, he just didn't know.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So as you and he's like, there's so much I have to teach you. And as a like kind of like out of game kind of heads up for this, you understand that wizards can either use the spellbook they currently have, or they can swap over to a new one. However, any spells you want to, cross transcribe, like one from yours to the other one, or vice versa, it will cost you whatever your normal learning capacity is for those spells. So you could add spells from his book into yours if you so chose,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa. You could add spells from yours to his, whatever kind of floats your boat. But you have to choose which spell book you want. So here are the. I'm just gonna post it in the main chat so everybody can see, because I don't think. Do you care? Maybe I should ask that. Okay. Is it gonna paste? No, it did not paste. 1 second.
I love a good paste.
Copy. All right. I will send it to you later, because it's not working right now, and I don't want to bog us down with trying to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you just have access to the secondary spellbook, pretty much, is what's happening.
Okay.
And you can choose to use that one instead of yours if you want to, or you can keep using yours. It doesn't really matter too much.
Okay.
And if you want to add spells over and stuff like that, it will cost money and time to do that.
Okay.
Cool. All right. I'm just gonna keep this guy around. This figure, because I think it's a cool figure. I will change the I'll change the whatchamacallit. I'll change the picture out later, like next session or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like a normal orc dude with glasses, different than yours, but similar. And he'll just be kind of like floating, like following you, sort of deal.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm just here to give you advice on being a better necromancer, if that's your decision, or wizard. I will not help you fight. I will not scout for you. I am not your servant. This just happens to be the arrangement with the book. I guess I didn't want this necessarily, but here we are.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess my apprentice just didn't want to see me go. I don't know. But I have a lot of cool knowledge to pass on if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled.
Sure. He's like, and you see, like, as you open up, there's like a word on there. The word is his name, Vrock, and appear. And then you can say Vrock and go, and that'll like have him like just disappear
Okay.
If you so, she's like, yeah, those 2 words are there. Feel free to call me as you wish. But like I said, I will not help you in combat. Nobody else can see me. It's just the 2 of us right now. And unless, somebody else, I guess, takes the book from you and flips it over, I will transfer accordingly. Like if you lose the book and somebody else takes it over, I will go to them. It's kind of how this transaction works.
Understood.
Cool. Any so I guess you can keep him around or you can dismiss him, whatever you want to do.
Rock, go.
Cool. All right, so he disappears. And he's like, bye-bye. Yeah, that was that interaction. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, so Llus, like, I guess, what DQ, Elwarin, BigYin, Lando, you just saw Llus talking to nothing in front of you. Like, you just talking to nobody, answering questions and talking to something that you couldn't see.
Can I detect any magic from what was going on?
Go ahead, roll Arcana. I mean, you could also just ask him.
Yeah.
I mean, there was magic, but you're not sure if it was from him or where it's from. There is magic about somewhere.
So just kind of going off that, like, you alright, mate? Did old Death Boy do a number on your brain?
Wait, we don't. Does he know that it's Death Boy?
He saw like the Angel of Death. You all saw the Angel of Death.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I could use that long rest now.
Right.
That's it.
Shall I start a fire then?
No. So you guys will keep going, and then you guys end up.
I kind of, I think, I'm assuming we're going back to our state.
Yeah. So you guys go back to here, and you have now you begin your deck back here. So everybody's on the map now. And Elwarin has set up a trap, or sorry, DQ set up a trap, and you guys are all going to sleep now, correct?
I believe yes.
Sounds great.
Cool. All right. From here, we will transition over to the other 2 that have been kidnapped.
Losers.
Well, yeah. Something like that. Cool. All right. So I have a new dude. He's a little frog dude. It's a DM frog. DM frog will hop around to give vision to my new screen that I'm using. So instead of having a torch, walk around.
Hey, DM frog.
Cool.
Yeah, frog.
Yeah. So during, like, right before any of this combat encountered and all of that stuff, as soon as you guys were taken away, you guys were flapped back over to the Feathergill Spire. And
quick question to verify. So it's actually after 6 hours of being in here?
No. So okay. I've retconned that out. You guys were taken to like a base camp prior to that, where like they were like doing all their scouting missions and stuff like that. And then after they heard some reports that the front team got wrecked, for lack of a better word. They sent you guys on your way over to the Feathergill Spire, but they never spoke a word.
Sure.
They just seem to be relaying messages. Probably you guys could probably guess via magical means. Cromwell and Ulrich, you guys would recognize this from like military stuff, like sending spells and message spells and all that stuff, kind of being relayed all over the place. To block, it makes it harder for communication to get blocked if it's sent via magical pathways, unless there's a counter spell or whatever going off.
Sure.
Okay, one other very important question.
Sure.
So I don't know, were you done there?
I was gonna say so they just kind of brought you guys to this front part of the Feathergill Spire. But what's up?
Okay. So during that time, were we able to do a short or long rest? So nothing was happening. It was 6-7 hours.
Sure, why not? I guess. But during this time, they have taken your weapons from you, and they've just been holding it. And I guess if you guys want to ask the guards what they're going to do with your weapons, feel free to ask. But yeah, they've taken your weapons from you after they like tied you up and blindfolded you and all that
we
stuff.
Still don't have our weapons.
So, am I being detained?
The lady wanted all of you guys to come together. Seems to have been a mishap.
I've been telling you for hours. We're not with the others.
You keep saying that, but we have reports that say otherwise.
We're just with you. I don't understand. I'm so tired.
He's like, I thought y'all were sleeping. You just were sitting there for so long. I thought y'all went to sleep.
maybe this guy is. I can't fucking sleep while I got a bag on my head.
And he's like,
"Oh, I got a mask on my face at all times, so I can sleep whenever."
And he's just like, you know, I apologize. I didn't really think about that. I thought this was gonna be a quick, like, you know, 5-10 minute expedition. Seems to have been a very long day for all of us. You give me like in half an hour, and we'll get you back over to a place where you can sleep. How about that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, apparently I got all the time in the world.
He's like, sweet. And then him and you guys, based off like kind of like the thumping that are approaching you. Another guy.
So I'm guessing I am detained. They didn't answer the question.
They do not answer your question. He tried to, like, you know, circumvent the question a little bit, but he did not answer. He just did not answer the question.
Right.
And you're not sure whether that's because A, he didn't know, or B, he didn't understand you. You're not quite sure what's happening right now based off that interaction. I'm not gonna have you roll insight or anything. That's just free information for y'all for fun.
Yeah.
So him and one other giant vulture, they kind of set you guys up. So one takes each of you, and they fly off, and they drop you off nicely in front of the Feathergale Spire. So as you're still blindfolded. You don't get the description. So they just kind of keep moving you guys along. So here, I'm gonna go into this. I think I grabbed it. Did I grab everybody? I think I grabbed everybody. Sweet. So they're gonna keep moving you guys along. As they kind of approach, you hear a bell ring, and as the bell rings, you hear like the doors just slowly open. 1 second. Make my life a little easier if I did this. Sorry about that. Hello?
You door opening animation.
But we can't see anyway because we got.
Yeah, I just didn't want it to be a completely black screen for the user looking at. That was gonna be super lame, I think. Sorry, this took a bit longer than expected because it didn't load, so I have to reload the page. Apologies. But yeah, so they're just a bell rings, and you hear like a bunch of gates just sound like they get thrown open, and then you guys start to proceed in, slowly but surely.
Can I do an insight check to see if I know when we get off of like hard ground?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that. Put you here for that.
And then I also want to see how high up, if I can tell how high up we are.
You can try.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you can tell that the sound of your feet sound different. But that's really about. I mean, you know, based off just the thudding from the ground and thudding to this, like this one seems a little bit less shaky. But I mean, it's not like.
Yeah.
It's nothing like crazy. Is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But yeah, you know that you're no longer on.
Some sort of bridge or something.
Yeah, that's what. You're on some wooden planks of some sort. You're not quite sure what kind. So you get marched in. You hear the door shut behind you. Oh no, I fucked something up. Let's see. Let us see what will happen. 1 second. God damn it.
Looks dope.
Excellent. Sweet. That does work. Sweet. Cool. So you're in this room, and you hear a woman say, "Wait, ho." She says, "Peter," and you hear the guy who's talking to you the most. "Yes, ma'am." "Why are there only 2 of them, Peter? And why are they blind?" "Peter?" "Yes, ma'am." "We told you to invite them over as guests." "What?" "Peter, we told you the 7 of them were honored guests. Why are they tied up? And why is there a sack over their heads?"
You see, I've been asking this the whole time.
Heard the woman, Peter.
And you just,
Peter.
I've been asking, am I detained? Am I being detained?
You just hear a deep sigh. I am so sorry for this. Take their fucking masks off. And your masks come off. And
whoa, not the masks.
Well, like the coverings on your face. Your mask is still there, just the sack that was over your face. I know you hear whoa because you're saying that because you have an actual mask. I'm just describing for you. It's just the covering on your face. So you guys can now see this room, and you see Peter, what you can presume to be Peter, whimpering. As you see a woman of a fairly noble birth, based off the way she's kind of carrying herself, is what you can tell, is what you think at least, just upon first inspection. And she looks furious. And she says, "My good sirs, I am so sorry for this tragic misunderstanding.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
This was meant to be an invitation for you to join us for dinner. The 7 of you. Peter, where are the other 5?
I've been trying to tell him since we first met, we're not with the others.
And, I hear you. I truly do. But the orders for me from high up were to invite the 7 of you inside and to dine with us.
Apparently the invitation got lost in the mail because we just got kidnapped by some folks on some vultures. Now, I don't want to tell you how to run your business. I'm not super happy right now, and I don't really feel like I was invited.
2 stars.
And you just see like a deep, you're not even sure if it's disappointment and anger and frustration and resentment, just all in one mixed bag of emotion. And she says, I'm so sorry. It's evening time now. I will make some beds for you upstairs. And
quick question.
Yes.
What day is it? Because that bag's been on my head a goddamn long ass time. It could be tomorrow.
It's been the same
I'll
day.
I'll tell you right now as well. Whatever you're trying to get out of me, you're not getting it. Because I am pissed.
Hey, this was not an interrogation. Was not meant to be any kind of questioning. It was just meant to be an invitation for all 7 of you. Because that's the intel I have. All 7 of you have been traveling together. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. According to you, that's not true, and I do humbly apologize if that is not true. But the information that I received, there were 7 brave adventurers in the Red Larch asking around for money, different quests. And I was here to give you guys a quest for some money as part of an adventure, as it were. It is still the same day that you left. It's nightfall now, so after you go to sleep, it will be the next day. But for now, it's the same time. You are free to leave if you so choose. I would just humbly request, if you want, I will kill both of them right now, right in front of you, if that will make you feel any better. They don't deserve to live for treating you the way they've treated you.
We don't need to kill anyone.
No, you should definitely kill Peter.
I will reprimand them severely for your
What we need is to get out of these goddamn bindings.
Oh, yes. Peter, take care of those, please.
And our weapons.
So I can give you back your weapons, but we have a strict rule on where your weapons can be on your body. They cannot be in your hands, is pretty much the rule. You can have it, sheathed or in your belt or whatever. Easy access. but just we're not about like, and you see none of them have their weapons in their hands. Peter had a dagger out real quick just to cut your bonds, but like no weapons anywhere on their bodies, like on their like hands. They're all like sheathed and all stuff like that. She's like, just a water haven, water deep rule that we kind of bring about here. This is the nobles thing. We just no weapons in your hands, but keep them on your body, whatever you want to do. We just, we don't want a fight tag. We don't want somebody to accidentally, trip and like stab themselves or trip and stab the person next to them.
Don't you worry. If we got our weapons in our hands, you'll know well in advance that it's gonna happen.
And she thinks on that. She's like, Will you stay? Will you spend the night at least? Have dinner with us?
Well, I don't know where I goddamn am.
Oh, you're in the Feathergale Spire.
That doesn't mean a goddamn thing to me.
Hey, well, maybe I can show you a map and we can talk about it in the morning.
Perhaps. I would like my weapons.
Yep, and Peter, you see her snap, and as she snaps, both of you guys notice there's the way when she snaps, there's some wind that comes from her fingertips as she does this, and Peter looks scared out of his fucking mind when this happens, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, sir." That as he meekly and humbly gives you guys back your weapons. He's like, I thought the orders were to kidnap you. I didn't hear. I'm so sorry. Please don't.
No one listens in this goddamn place.
And you just hear the lady behind you go, "Yes, this is what I do. Hey, this is my help."
Hold on.
Yep.
What is this lady's name again?
You haven't asked her yet.
What's your name again? What is your name?
My name is Savra.
Savra.
And yours?
I'm Cromwell, and Savra. As we get our weapons, I'd also like you to take you up on the offer earlier, and I'd like you to kill Peter for the inconvenience that he's caused us.
Hold on.
And she's like, I have no qualm with this killing of Peter.
We don't need to be.
Sorry, you can
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
As Cromwell says, "Please kill Peter," you just see Peter shrink, like, and he slowly backs away from where you guys are. I'm gonna move my frog so you can see. And he goes to this corner and he's like cowering. He's so terrified of what's about to happen to him. And Savra looks at Cromwell and says, "Yeah, I can kill him. That's not a problem." And then you kind of butt in Ulrich here at this point.
I don't know if all that's necessary.
She looks now at you, Ulrich. She's like, I'm getting conflicting desires here. I just want both of you to be happy.
Well, we're different people.
I agree. So should we find a happy medium? A severe punishment, perhaps?
You gonna take off both his legs?
She looks right at Ulrich. She's like, does that work for you?
I'll tell you what. How about a hand?
Take which hand? I will let you choose, and I will let you cut it off. And she points to Cromwell.
No.
Yeah.
Cromwell can cut
Peter,
it off.
Peter, which one's your dominant hand?
And Peter meekly goes, "This one," and he raises up his right arm.
Can I do a check to see if he's telling the truth?
Sure. Yeah. I guess insight here, if you're trying to see if he's lying, or you can try to intimidate him to try to get. Ask it again, like with more vigor in your voice.
Oh, I'm just gonna look straight at him with my mask on and be like, "Are you sure?"
All right, roll intimidation.
Intimidate him.
Yeah, roll intimidation. Nice. Yeah, he's like, "Yes, sir. Please. I only need the right one. I swear. Please don't take it, please."
Nice. And I say, "Okay, let's take the right hand."
And he's like, "No, sir, I told you this is the only one I need." And Savra's like, "All right. This is not how I intended this interaction to go. I love it." She walks over to Peter, grabs him by the head, and she drags him in front of her. And then the two of them, nope, not all of you, just the two. Did I grab both? I think I grabbed both. They wander over to you, and Savra says, "Peter, hold out your right arm." And he's like, no, not the right one. She's like, Peter, you're lucky they're letting you live for the treatment you've given them. Yes, ma'am. As he reaches out his right arm and he holds it out straight, eyes turned away, and he's just whimpering, and you see tears kind of rolling down his face even before the action's been done. Cromwell, but
is this when I can cut off his hand?
Yes, this is when you swing with your longsword.
Yes, I will take out. Oh, hold on. Before I do anything, I turn to Savra and I ask, is this the one exception that I can actually put my weapon in my hand?
Yes, but I will request that you put it away immediately afterwards. I will let you clean the blood off, but I would like you to sheath it after that.
Sounds good to me. And then I take out my longsword and slice off.
Roll to hit.
His hand.
I'd like you to roll to hit. Fortunately for you, you have advantage. That would have been hilarious. Yeah, okay, cool. So go ahead and roll the damage. Are you using your dueling style?
I think I always use my dueling style.
You do not have to if you do not want to. Choose. It's up to you.
I'll choose to use my dueling style.
Okay, you cut this hand clean off. Is there a particular portion of the arm you want to leave open? Like you said, you cut the hand off. So like, what portion? Like below the wrist, above the wrist?
Just until like the middle of the forearm.
You're a dirty, dark boy, aren't you? Okay, so you cut off like half his forearm with his hand, and it flops off. And
I say, sorry, I missed.
And you just see Savra look at you, and she's just completely shocked at your the barbaricness of what you just done. You said you were gonna cut off an arm, but you cut off half a forearm and his hand. Sorry, you're gonna cut off his hand. You cut off half a forearm and his hand. She says nothing though. Peter falls to the ground, and he just starts bleeding profusely. She looks at you, Cromwell, and she says, "Would you like us to heal that, to put us stop the bleeding, or would you like him just to stay like that?" Stay like that. Okay.
I'll leave it up to Ulrich.
Okay. She looks to you, Ulrich.
I'd prefer he didn't die.
That's
he
very
needs to learn
vague.
his lesson.
That's very vague. I will just tourniquet it, I guess.
I don't. Look, if he was out in the battlefield, tourniquet's all he's got. I don't know if you guys got healers out here.
We do, but yeah, we'll just tourniquet it for now.
Oh,
and
well
if
then,
you guys,
yeah, fucking make sure he doesn't die.
All right, yeah. So she snaps her fingers. No wind in her fingers this time, and you hear from the stairs come down a man, and he's like, "What's happened? What's happened? Ah, fuck, Peter!" And he runs over. Nope, not on top of Peter. And he casts healing magic, and the wound closes up, and it is now a stump. He has half of a forearm and no right hand any longer. His current right hand and half the forearm are on the ground, just next to him, and there's a pool of blood all over this place now. And Peter just looks at you, Cromwell, and he's like, "I told you, I just had the one." You roll a perception check or investigation for me, Cromwell.
Perception or investigation.
Hey, Ulrich, would you like to perceive or investigate anything that's happening in this
Not really.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is why you gotta listen to orders.
Fair enough.
Bad things happen.
Yep.
If you don't follow orders.
Yep. You guys see nothing. Cromwell, you're confused as to what just happened in front of you. You're not sure how the stump is there. You're just like, why isn't he bleeding anymore? I don't know what happened. You took your eyes away
not
from
knowing
the
that,
situation.
can I be a little upset not
Sure.
knowing that?
I was just saying you turned away for a second, and you were just like enticed by the forearm and the hand, just kind of sitting on the ground. And then when you looked up, his hand was, the hand's still no longer there, but like it's healed now to like a proper stump. And you're just like, the fuck? That was fast as shit. Like you can tell what happened, right? Like you're not like you see the other person, like you see like the remnants of the magic kind of pouring through still. You're not like, how the hell is he healed? You're just like, oh, that was faster than I expected more than anything else. But yeah, you can be angry about that if you want to be.
We'll be angry about it.
Okay. And Cyrus says, well, the saying used to be an eye for an eye, but now I guess we're gonna call it a hand for a forearm hand. I don't know. Would you guys like me to see you to your rooms?
I heard something about a dinner.
Yes. I just figured you'd want to kind of drop your things off and then we can have dinner.
I don't trust my stuff around any of y'all.
Okay.
Good point.
Look, we may be on talking terms, but I still don't trust you.
That is fair. I don't disagree with what you're saying. If you'll follow me, I will take you over. And she starts walking. She starts heading out. Do you guys follow her?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. We'll move here. Move the frog. When you guys get through the doors, I'll move the frog so you guys can see into the room.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, so you guys see this, and then she's like just up north here, and she walks up. Whoops, 1 sec, don't move yet.
Whoop.
I accidentally made her super big. Okay, now you can pop yourself in there.
She's a giantess.
Kind of,
Run.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. So you guys just see this room filled with food. I want both of you guys roll. Is there a manners check? 1 second.
Insight would be.
Yeah, I guess just roll. Both of you guys roll insight, I guess, here.
Wait, are we having manners?
No, you're checking to see like what the room kind of. I guess perception or insight, your choice, I guess. Yeah, we'll just say you guys rolled high because you guys did. As you guys kind of see into the room, it's a very well laid out feast. They didn't set the tables for 7 people because they were told that 7 people weren't here yet. But there is enough food to feed like 10 of you. And that's a lot for Ulrich because he eats a lot. Yeah, and she's like, yeah, have a seat. Get you whatever we have here. Eat your fill. Hopefully, she kind of looks out and she's like, sun's setting. They probably won't come at night. We'll probably see them tomorrow around lunchtime. Maybe for dinner tomorrow. Who knows? Hopefully, if they gotten the invitation by now.
Well, or someone attempted to kidnap them.
And she's like, you just see kind of a realization go, oh, fuck, I thought just Peter fucked up.
Look, who knows? We haven't seen them since we left that cave, so.
Yeah, I'll send out new orders in the morning.
Knowing them, your troops are probably dead.
We got more than just 4 guys. You can see more than 4 in this room, right? Like, there's 5 of us right now.
He means the troops that you sent.
Oh, yeah, they're probably dead. It's fine. They weren't like people. Those were golems, like wooden golems. It's not a huge deal. Not a huge loss. It does suck because it costs a pretty penny, but saves us manpower. I'll tell you that much.
You really shouldn't refer to your troops as not people. They do not like that.
And she just kind of looks at you very perplexed. She's like, they're wooden golems. They're not people. Like, we got other people that control the wooden golems.
Oh, like a magic.
Yeah,
thing.
Like
all right,
yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I thought I was. And she kind of takes a look. She's like, you don't do the magic, do you?
Nah, that's what the people in the back. If they do magic, they're like, oh, I don't want to get hit by a sword or whatever. So,
sure.
Leave it to them.
Yeah. She just kind of chuckles. She's like, what life was like before I knew magic. And she's like, yeah, no, it's wooden dolls, pretty much, that we can relay information through. And she's like, ah, fuck. They probably didn't tell the magic people how to... Fuck. Alright, I'll fix this. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Yeah, I apologize again for the rough housing, but please eat your fill, and I will show you guys to your rooms once you're done. And she kind of leads you to your food. And she says, one of the boys here will call me when you seem ready. When you guys are ready to be eating.
Point of order.
Sure.
We're not free. Because it seems like I'm being guarded.
No. She's like, they're just there to like get you food and like fetch you other things. And like, if you want to sleep here, feel free to call me and I'll get you a bed upstairs. Or you can leave.
Walk around, or are there any rooms I shouldn't go into because you got like some freaky ass magic thing going on?
I would prefer if you called for me, and I will show you around, and I will tell you what rooms you can and cannot go to. There are a lot of rooms here.
Right.
So yeah,
Fair
just call me if you want to explore. Like, I don't mind showing you guys the place, but you know, there's stuff. Like, I don't want you guys to freak out and like hurt someone. You know, like, there's
kidnap someone or something crazy like that.
And you just see her kind of smile, like a very like tired smile, and she's like, or that. All
right. Well, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah,
you do whatever you magic things do, and
yeah, I'll leave you guys to your dinner. Enjoy. I really hope you enjoy the food. I just can't apologize enough for the inconvenience. And she walks out. Cool. So yeah, so you guys are eating. You see the four dudes. They're practicing some weird inhalation stuff. You're not quite sure what they're doing, but they also seem to just be like kind of making, like, if you raise your hand or like ask for anything, one of them stops and like approaches you and asks you what you need, and they fetch it for you, etc. So you guys.
I am going to do a perception on them now.
Okay. Yeah, they seem to be doing some really deep breathing, and you have no idea what it's for.
Am I able to tell that they're not human? Because that's basically what I was looking for.
Oh no, they're human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just confused why they're breathing so much. You're like, that's a lot of deep breaths. Like, they train for like to like expand their lungs to like search for some deep water. You don't know.
All right. Anything you want to do, Cromwell?
Don't think so.
Okay. So say you guys eat your fill for like 30 minutes or so. Does that sound about right? Enough time? Cool. And then you guys...
actually, hold on. How long is a short rest?
An hour.
I'll eat for an hour.
Okay.
I guess short rest.
God damn.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a hit die, I guess.
Wait, you don't take long lunches?
Hey, are you not at full health? Because
he's at full health now. Yeah. It's fine. Just
already took a long rest earlier. Oh, you did.
I would say Ulrich was stressed out from with the because he couldn't sleep, right? So I'm guessing he was too stressed to relax.
Yeah.
And, like,
I was not resting. That was not very restful.
Yeah, you definitely got a rest in Cromwell because you're just like, whatever, fuck it, I don't care. I have a mask on my face anyways. Yeah, I have a mask on my face anyways. So like, what does the bag have? What does the bag get to change? So yeah, you got a long rest in, but yeah, Ulrich has not yet. He will eventually if he decides to sleep sometime. Cool. All right. Yeah, you're full to HP. Do you get anything else back with a short rest?
I don't know.
I don't know if you get second wind. I think second wind's a long rest, but I could be wrong.
I didn't use my second wind.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't, do you get any superiority die? I don't know.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, basically after the hour,
sure.
Unless you want to switch over to the other guys at this point.
No, because this is like, I'm going to try to keep it like the same day, so you guys are still at the same day, if that makes sense.
Then we will just, well, at least Ulrich will be like, all right, get your lady in here.
All right, and she walks in. You guys also didn't see any like sign of how she got called in. She's just here now. And she's like, oh, you guys are ready to go? Would you guys like me to take you upstairs to your bedchambers?
Oh, Cromwell? I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I mean, Doesn't seem like there's anything else to do.
All right, if you will follow me, I will take you right there. And she heads out the door. And she says, all right, up the stairs we go. And she goes up the stairs. I will move your guys' characters. Give me 1 second.
Ooh.
I do get my superiority dice back.
Nice. Nope. Cool. I don't know where to put this token so they can see all of you guys. But yeah, there. So you guys are all kind of in this room, and she says, all right, I'll head out here. Yep, you guys kind of head outside. And she's like, if you'll follow me, I will take you guys to your bed chambers. And she takes you guys this way around the corner. She kind of motions for you to enter in. And she's like, yeah, these 2 beds are for you. Feel free to use those chests as you desire. I would like to have a conversation with you guys, perhaps when you're, I guess maybe not friends, but traveling companions for now, ? I don't know. When they arrive, and we can have a discussion tomorrow. But for now, I feel like this is the least I can do for you guys.
Is there another bed chamber that I can sleep in?
That you could, however, that would require one of the other knights to sleep here with Ulrich. Ulrich, are you okay with that? We have to kind of double bunk with the new setup, unfortunately.
Just don't want to deal with his snoring.
An inmate really can't choose.
Oh no, you can leave. Feel free to leave. I can take you outside.
Nah,
you're not forced here. I was just offering you some hospitality for your trouble. It was kind of my goal. I apologize.
Fuck it, never mind. Let's go to bed.
I apologize if it felt any other way, but it was just meant to be we are sorry for the trouble we've caused you. So you may sleep here tonight.
All right.
But you can leave. Yeah, feel free. I can take you outside right now. Do not feel like you're forced to stay here.
Nah, I kind of want to see how this pans out with the other group. They seemed like trouble, so it seems interesting.
All right, well, I'll leave you to it. And she's like, let me know if you need anything. Just yell my name really loud. Somebody will hear my name, and I'll be brought in here. You can also head out the door. Feel free to do that. We do typically lock the stairwell, just in case of intruders and stuff like that. They can't make it up here. Every night we just do that because a lot of people go out on patrol. But yeah, I mean, there's usually one person kind of outside just keeping watch just in case. So yeah, they can come find me if you need something.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and apologies again for the misunderstanding. I just sent them to request your presence here for dinner tonight. That was all. I don't know how difficult that could have been.
Gotta work on your training.
I definitely do. And she with that, she takes a step out. Cool. So from there, we will head back.
Can I look out the window and
sure.
try to get a bearing of where we are?
Yeah. So you guys are in the Feathergale Spire, and as you kind of look out, you see this huge expanse of mountains all around you. You seem to be, you're pretty high up, like you're towards one of the higher peaks. But as you kind of peek out, you see some giant vultures kind of just circling around. They seem to be just doing some patrols based off what you can see. And you're very, very high off the ground. I don't know how comfortable your character is with that. You're very high up in the sky. Like if you fell out of this tower, it would take a while for you to hit the ground.
Sure. Well, we all got an escape plan.
Hey, I no comment either way.
That's one way to see it.
Yeah, that is one way to see it. Cool. All right, we will hop over to the other group. I'm guessing you guys are taking a long rest then, Mr. Ulrich and Cromwell?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, cool. Sweet. So it is the next morning. You guys all get your spell slots and all your HPs back. Congrats. Ta-da-da-da.
Woo.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do now? So on the map, just as a reference point, you guys are here still, and you're looking to get to there. So you can try to climb over the mountains and kind of do your thing that way, but you recognize it'll probably take you a while to get there.
Can do like a little dip like through here.
You realize, yeah, you kind of look around and you see it'd probably make more sense to go south, kind of below the mountains, versus trying to go cut it straight across.
Yeah, basically kind of on the edge of the mountains is where we're gonna walk.
Correct, yeah.
To get to that direction.
I don't know about you lads, but I'll trust the ranger. I'll follow you, Elwarin. You seem to know the ground better than anyone else around here.
Definitely more comfortable with the flat terrain, so let's go that way.
Okay. So you guys are... I'll move you guys. So you guys let me know if I move you guys in a different direction than you want. You guys go there. Then you guys go there. Right?
Yep.
Alright. I need 2 people to roll survival checks for me, if you could.
I have a 3.
Okay.
Can anyone beat that?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
One, I need, so I need 1. Okay, cool. Now, next person roll survival check for me.
I'll do it. Fuck.
Cool. All right. So as you guys are kind of walking around, you notice, Elwarin notices that, like, it seems more civilized and more well-traveled than it probably should in this area. Like, just based off, like, foot traffic and stuff like that, you wouldn't expect to see that kind of in a mountain range like this. But, armed with the information that, there's a group of Waterhaven people that, or Waterdeep, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Waterhaven, Waterdeep knights that kind of come out here. It kind of makes sense, but without that information, you would be very confused as to why there's so much foot traffic. BigYin with your 6, you fail to notice that there are a bunch of vultures kind of flying in the air. Elwarin, you do notice that there are a bunch of giant vultures kind of circling around as you guys approach the Feathergale Spire, and you can make the assumption that they see you because you're on flat open terrain with nothing to hide you. Would you like to proceed to the Feathergale Spire from here?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming we see the tower by now.
Yeah, you guys have seen the tower pretty much since here, and even as you guys traveled kind of out here, it's very, very high up in the air. So it was always still, and you always kind of saw the giant vultures kind of circling kind of around.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll get you guys over to the Feathergale Spire. And we will move away from there. And we'll go here. And if you guys do not mind moving your characters, I don't know if you guys can see anything, but to here, or I'll drag it out. Actually, let me do it. Made it a lot easier that way. And I still don't know why it's doing that. I will figure out the reason for that later.
Tiny.
Yeah, sorry, I'll fix that 1 second. You guys can feel free to like move yourselves around as you kind of want to like for marching orders and whatever. Lando, you do have full HP. Same thing with you, so don't forget to fix that. And Gale, your spell slots back and all that jazz.
And I didn't get in a fight, so I'm fine. I just get all my spell slots back.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys are here. You see a wooden gate. Oh, I can give you guys information. Look at that. So as you kind of approach the spire, the Feathergale Spire rises from a pillar of rock high into the air. The tallest point for miles. As you guys kind of get to this point, you realize it's like 4 miles. It's built from white limestone, and it's been embellished in marble. The spire resembles a gleaming sword that pierces the sky. The gatehouse faces the opposite cliff, which is this right here.
Yes.
1 sec, I might be wrong. 1 sec. Yep. And the drawbridge is its only apparent point of entry based off like you guys have done some scouting around to kind of check, and it's the only
the drawbridge
point of
up or down?
It's down. And yeah, you see a circle of open stalls. Kind of, you see a bunch of open glass circle here that you can kind of peer through. And yeah, as you kind of peer down below, it's a wide, gusty canyon that as you kind of look down, you realize that, yeah, it would be a long drop. Like, it would take a second before you hit the ground if you were to fall off. Lando, I'm going to fix your character.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I would have done that earlier. Cool.
Yeah.
And you have the DM Frog here to help you guys on your way. Cool. All right. So what do you guys want to do? So you do see a bell right over here at the edge of the drawbridge.
Okay, well,
yeah.
are you guys okay with me going over and like ringing the bell? You know, it seems a rather inviting way to get let in.
Well, let's talk about this. So, as far as we're concerned, we were about to be kidnapped by a group of people that we're now following, and we're just gonna walk up and ring a bell.
How steep is the cliff?
I mean, I'll be the big. You know, if you want, I'll be the big dumb one that goes up and rings the bell. I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, so just to recap, right? Like, what you guys understand as like what's kind of occurred thus far is you were told that 2 of your comrades were taken away by Bird, kidnapped, and then 3 wooden golems tried to do the same thing with you.
Oh.
And that's all the information you have. You have no information on what their actual intentions are.
Yeah.
You know, get in there.
I mean, I didn't kill anyone. I'll go ring the bell, if you like. I'll do that way. I can at least say we didn't mean to kill anyone. It just kind of happened. It was a bit of a misunderstanding, if you can.
I guess
wait. We can't. You don't know that though.
Yeah.
We can claim it was a misunderstanding.
Well, we don't.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
What makes you think that those people are not going to come out and kill us?
As in, we have no clue if these people are good or bad or anything.
Yeah,
like
all you know is that they try to
I understand you're a bit of a I understand. Suspicion is fine. Taking a bit of precaution is fine. And by all means, have your weapons out, have an arrow on the bow, whatever. But I mean, you lit 3 of them on fire, and unless they're not human, which it looks like they were wood golems from what we found. I didn't know that that they may take offense to having some disposable golems destroyed. If we claim that it was a misunderstanding and we didn't take to the fact that we felt like we were being kidnapped, it might give us a wee bit of leverage in the conversation. I'm just saying we may not need to fight all the time.
Well, no,
but how do you know that we weren't kidnapped?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Wait, get out of character real quick.
Yeah, out of character. There you go.
Out of character real quick. We're not addressing it. On a tabletop talk, the part that I'm having an issue with your whole spiel is you keep saying misunderstanding as if we all think we did something wrong or anything like that, or that we have any inkling of what these people are.
Yeah, you guys would not know in game. I don't know if any of you feel guilty.
Sorry, like what happened if these guys are actually trying to kidnap us?
Yeah,
I know. Here's the thing. I'm not metagaming here. I didn't want to fight these guys. I made that decision clear. That's why I'm saying, at least I can say it was a misunderstanding. That we didn't take kindly to being kidnapped. Shit went down.
Yeah. Like we're trying to say, what if
have to fight?
We don't know.
But I mean,
your instinct was that. Your instinct was that they weren't going to kidnap us. What if they actually tried to kidnap us? We just ring the doorbell. We're so fucked.
Your characters have no idea. Yeah, so let's try to have a conversation.
I'll say 2 of our lads are in fine. We can still fight our way out if we have to.
Y'all are pretty strong, basically.
We're looking at a giant ass tower.
I would just approach it from more of a you don't really know shit, I guess is my thing.
I'm just saying, if we go, what do we have to lose by ringing the bell? There's one way in.
Your
the door is shut, the gate is down.
I don't know about you guys.
I would personally like to what's over here? Can I?
I mean,
proceed?
I'll let y'all make the decision.
Sure.
It's fine. I'll wait.
It's
Like,
like,
what's up?
it's
Y'all
just,
can make the decision.
it's hilly area. Like you wouldn't fall until you got to like here, I guess. Like
Is
it's a sheer cliff edge, but like it's like you could climb around here if you wanted to.
Yeah, I kind of want to go
bushes
over
or
here.
anything? Is there anything we could hide in or something?
Yeah.
Like,
You want to try to
like,
hide?
Well,
I'm
I'm saying, like,
personally-
if he wants to go ring the bell, maybe we can hide it. It looks like it's only one person, and then we can ambush them if they do attack.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I don't want to
Sure.
just sit there with 5 of us saying like, "Hi, we're here now. Take us." Like, I want to take precaution. Like,
So
Sure,
what's
yeah.
the nearest little ridge that we can go.
You'd go like back around behind this, I guess. Like it's still like when you guys approach, like I guess here I'll give you some additional information. The entrance is a 30-foot long hall of white stone, and at the opposite end, like on the opposite sides here, are two 12-foot tall doors that look like an entry gate. And there's an eagle carved in the massive timber hangs from the far side of the ceiling. And yeah, that's what you guys can see. There's a big eagle at the very top of the door, just a huge, massive eagle in stone,
Living or stone?
carved in stone.
so
Why
are
is there
there
a
any
bunch
like?
of vultures around?
Oh,
I couldn't tell you. Maybe they couldn't find any giant eagles that would go along with their plans. I have no idea, dude. They have vultures, but they've got an eagle on the front. That's all I got for you.
That's suspicious.
That hey, that it could be
That's really
suspicious.
sus. That's really sus.
so are there any like trees, bushes, or rocks?
No,
around
it
this area,
is
or
a
it's
like
all
open.
wide open.
Yeah, I mean there's like small hills here, right? As it kind of like it looks like this path was carved into the hills. So you guys could like go around like the backside here if you wanted to like crawl or whatever. But like there's no like trees or like bushes you could hide in, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, I'd still say like let's lay like on the backside of these little hills.
Yeah, I would personally
and-
rather just let BigYin do it solo.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we can see how it plays out, and if we need to jump in and help out, then we will be right there. But let's see how they react with just one of us.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll just go right up here.
Okay.
The backside of this hill. Watch from there.
Same. Oh,
I'm gonna go on.
I'm on board with that.
I think that's the best. I want to go over here
Okay.
if it's similar terrain.
Yeah, they're both like hilly areas. Useless, or are you just gonna chill back there?
Yeah, I'm gonna like.
Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, BigYin, if you want to go ahead and ring that bell up in the front, feel free to.
Yep. So I walk right up to the gate. I ring the bell.
Ring, 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 ring. And you see a guard kind of walk up, says, "Hail, and well met. What can I do for you, good sir?"
Yes, I reckon you lot took two of my friends on vultures for a ride. I took them for a ride to this here tower. I'm here to get them back.
He's
And I'll
like,
not take kindly to any shenanigans if you get in my way.
you see him kind of itching his eyes, like, "Did we take prisoners? Is that what you're asking?"
Aye, a dwarf and a man in armor with a mask on his face.
Oh, you mean Ulrich and Cromwell?
Aye.
Yeah, we have them. They're not prisoners. They were told they could leave whenever. They're hanging out inside. It's like lunchtime. If you want to have lunch, you can come inside.
I tilt my head and I look at him and I'm like, they're not prisoners, you say? You didn't kidnap them.
And he's like, you see him looking around, confused. He's like, 1 second. And you hear him go, "Savra!"
I'll just
And-
turn yellow over my shoulder. Oi, you lot! Says this here lummox says they're fine. Come out of hiding. Says there's lunch.
I still think there's some sus shit going on.
No such thing as a free lunch.
Terrible. These guys are hiding. He's like, "Hey, you hiders,
Yeah,
Wow.
come out!"
Savra comes out.
BigYin's social cues is so bad right now.
Yeah, so upon BigYin doing that, right, everybody in the keep is alerted that there are people in the hills, and they like start looking around.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
We just come
Come on. We gotta fight this
sort of hanging
girl.
down, just
I told you there's no reason to fight them anyways. You may as well just come out.
Yeah, so as you guys are like having this commotion, Savra opens the doors and kind of walks out and says, "Ah, the 5 adventurers we've been missing. How are you guys doing? My name is Savra. Would you guys like to have lunch?"
I mean, we're not too keen on the fact you took our friends. Your men made it seem like there's a bit of trouble, and we had my friends here didn't take kindly to it, and kind of burnt the wooden golems to cinders.
She's like, "Yeah, Cromwell and Ulrich told me about that."
I just wanna chime in with a wisecrack. Yeah, your welcoming committee wasn't too welcoming.
Yeah,
I just want to say that earlier.
Yes, and I sincerely apologize for that debacle. But if you would like to have lunch, I can possibly explain. Ulrich and Cromwell have been inside. They've been free to leave whenever they liked. If you want, I can reprimand someone for you. Peter! And
Am I calling out one of our friends, maybe?
No.
Yeah.
And
This is sus.
I would rather hear from one of them than Peter.
This is sus.
as she says that, you see a guy come out, and you notice there is a fresh wound, like it's like freshly healed wound on his right arm, and it looks like it had been cut right around the middle of his forearm up. And he's like, yes, Savra. Well, you guys, as you can see, Peter lost half a forearm and his whole right hand for his debacle. If you like, I can punish him some more. This is what Cromwell and Ulrich wanted. Do you guys want anything else?
I didn't think we need to take any more flesh off this poor lad. I say we leave him alone.
How about you can bring out our friends? This is all very suspicious, and I would just, you say you have them in there and they're free to come out. So can we just talk to them before we step inside?
Sure. Yeah. Sorry, Cromwell, Ulrich. Can you guys see all of this stuff happening outside?
Yeah.
No, I mean like with your characters. Can you see that?
Wait, what do you mean?
I can.
Like, can you see
I
the
can
stuff
see
down
all
here?
the. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, cool. Just checking. So I guess so somebody would have gone upstairs at this point and try to come talk to you guys and say like, hey, you guys want to come outside? Your friends look like they want to see you before they come inside. You cool with that?
Oh, many goddamn times do I need to tell you? We're not with them.
Well, they seem to be asking for you. My hands are tied here, man. Savra, I like my hands. I like my arms. I am giving you explicit instructions from her. The five in the the five
I'll
in the front
go-
are asking to see you two. That's all
I'll
I
go
got.
down. I'll go down. I don't know what this is all about.
I couldn't tell you
Can you
either.
guys put like a vision portal?
Yeah,
That's what I
use
was thinking.
some of
Can
your
you guys-
magic.
He's like, I don't got magic like that. If you want to,
Do I know that our friends are actually outside, or is this a
Yeah,
bait?
I'm just gonna yell really as loud as I can Savra's name.
And then here down at the bottom, you just hear Savra looks at you guys and she's like, "Fucking hell! Can anyone do their job?" And you just see her storm back inside.
That sounds like Ulrich, if you ask me.
And she heads her way up here. The other dude, here, let me bring the frog with me so you can see. Whoops. And the other dude's like, Savra, I told them exactly what you told. Did you now? Did you say that their friends or the people that they were traveling with a long time ago, whatever the business is, they have requested to see both of them before they hear us out on our adventure plans for them, the money they can earn, and a plenty of other riches, perhaps? Did you tell them all of that? Probably not, huh? No, I just said that their friends are outside. How many times have they told you they're not friends? And you just see her just kind of roll her eyes and look at you, look like, it's so hard to find good help. I do apologize. The two people, there are a group of 5 that you guys were traveling with back in the Red Large. they want to see if you're alive and if you're being held prisoner, and she says prisoner with like quotes in her fingers, or if you're good.
Well, Cromwell and I, a little suspicious. I know it's weird. So
I got no magic that can let you see them. I don't know if that's what you're asking.
All right.
If you want,
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah.
Just to make sure she's telling the truth.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, because you would have no idea. Yeah, she's telling the truth to you.
Great. Okay. All right. I figure, you throwing around magic like crazy. Why not now? All right. I'll head down.
That's a different kind of specialty that I am not specialized in. Let's just say that.
I'll head down. Cool. Do we really need both of us?
They did request for both of you. I don't know if they... I just don't want to come back up here, if I'm being honest. If you guys could both come, that would be great.
All right. Cromwell, if another one of these weird guys comes up, you come down. All right? There. See?
All right.
Simple request. Everyone's knows what's going on.
Excellent. All right, I'm just going to teleport you down to make life easy for everybody else.
Yeah.
And you see Ulrich kind of walk in, and Savra's like, well, here's Ulrich. Cromwell didn't want to leave, I guess. But he's here. Ask him whatever questions you want. Lunch is getting cold.
I see y'all didn't get... You guys got a nice welcome invitation, huh? I see how it is.
Yeah, you could call it that.
I've been telling these guys, we're not together anymore. We left y'all at the cave, and they don't want to listen.
Yeah, this is pretty true. I mean, I want to table talk real quick. Sure. Do we want to keep following that plan? Based off, saying our friends over and over again in the initial conversation.
Well, I have no way to know that over again.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying, like, should we keep approaching it in that sense?
But I figured...
I feel like it'd be very appropriate for BigYin to slip like that.
Yes, yeah, I think so as well.
Too.
Yeah,
I think
I wouldn't necessarily call it a slip. I think the BigYin kind of sees these people as separate from the town, so he's not adhering to the rule.
No, I know, that's what I would make sure is like, is it okay? Let's see if we want to get our story straight with them, or like let them in on our sort of.
Well, I figure we're gonna be having lunch, or kill everyone.
I don't think food is a good idea.
What was that, Lando?
Was that in character or is that in table talk?
Both. I don't think eating the food is a good idea.
So, I mean, Ulrich can...
Worst comes to worst, I'll turn into a bear and kill everyone.
Sure.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Ulrich, I guess, has the opportunity to tell you guys that, like, he had food last night and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
No poison.
I was just trying to get our cohesiveness down.
So until Ulrich hears otherwise, he's going to go along with the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you have more insider information than us, and we kind of don't know.
Yeah.
You're a more trusted source.
So.
Well, I guess what we want to know from Ulrich is, first of all, is like, what do they want from us, since we don't really know yet. They
apparently,
didn't tell us.
And this is weird because everyone seems to be doing this. They want to give us money for doing something for them, which to me seems a little suspicious. But they need all 7 of us.
Yeah, we're going on a hunt. You hear Savra say,
what kind of hunt?
Manticore. You see a huge smile on her face.
I do love Manticore.
Begging your pardon, we were kind of doing a job for the town. Would this Manticore have anything to do with some of the odd happenings going on around this town, and reports of cultists, and possibly a missing party out of the Mirabor region?
Now, I hate
you
to
happen
interrupt.
to know anything about that?
Can we have this conversation where I'm not standing hundreds of feet to my death?
I mean, that'll be fine. If there's food, even better.
The food is pretty good, I admit.
Right, let's go eat.
Right, let's hear him out.
All right, cool. Give me a second. I'm just gonna bring you guys all just I'll let you guys see everything. 1 second. Let's bring everybody inside here. Sorry, I'm gonna move you really quick.
God, I'm really hungry.
I'm sure you are. You haven't eaten in a couple days.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very hungry.
All right, we got everybody in here except for Cromwell, because Cromwell is still up in the room.
Oh, and you want to send one of them folks?
Yeah, I got it. And then you just hear a snap, and Cromwell, a dude, walks in the room, and he says, "Hey, they're calling you down there to have a group session, group meeting, some bullshit. I don't know. Can you head down? I just want to keep both my limbs. I don't know what more I can ask."
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah. All right, cool.
What happened to one of them?
Yeah. So you didn't hear this, right? This is told upstairs to Cromwell, but
right.
You can ask like what happened to that guy
Oh,
who came outside without one.
Okay, if we were like all in the same room right now, I'd ask.
Yeah,
if we're not in the same room, it's fine.
No, you guys are all in the same room now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, he wasn't following orders. Got us kidnapped. He put a bag on my head. Can you believe that?
Yeah, he put
So-
a bag on
I
Ulrich's
actually
head.
can, Ulrich. I can believe that. 'Cause
Apparently, they were only supposed to extend an invitation, and they kidnapped us.
yeah,
So
definitely
Cromwell was like, "Yo, we should kill him," and I was like, "That seems a little bit much." And then the lady was like, "Well, we can do some sort of punishment," and I was like, "Well, that makes sense because you're not following orders." So we cut his hand off.
Makes sense.
But
Yeah,
as you guys
that's
will
a good
notice, though, it is more than just the hand. It is like half the
forearm.
forearm
Yeah.
and the hand.
He's got a nub for sure.
Yeah. I guess if you guys want, you guys can make perception checks on the other guy's arm if you so choose.
No, I
Sure.
think.
Can I make a medicine check on it?
On his existing arm?
On the cut off arm.
Yeah, you can make
Well,
a
what's
medicine
left
check.
of it.
Yeah, you can make a medicine check. So, Elwarin, you would notice that his left arm looks very skinny. It looks pretty frail, and he has nothing really. He just has like the there's no armor on it either. It's just like cloth that covers the arm and like a small glove, but it looks very petite to you, and his left arm looks really skinny. And you would note this as a birth defect where it's very frail and he can barely use his left arm from what you can tell. So he seems to be a little fuckerinoed, perhaps, without a right hand. Medicine check with the 14. You can tell there was some magic done to stop the bleeding. But you would presume that if it hadn't been healed as quickly as it did, he probably would have died.
As my wife would say, fuck around and find out.
Exactly. Cool. And Sabra's like, well, if you would, I can bring you guys into the dining hall, and we can have a little chat there before dinner tonight when we have a
Please.
regal gala ahead of us.
This
About
feels way
lunch.
too much like a cave right now.
She said lunch first, and then the real galas later. Calm your tits. I'll move all you guys in real quick.
I was asking for Ulrich.
Jesus Christ. Feel free to move where your character is in the room, however you so choose. I will move you there. Don't worry.
That's fine. I'm happy with my placement.
God,
Lando,
it's crazy.
I will move you, Lando. Just chill out, dude. just fucking chill out, man.
It's all that blubber, dude.
I guess so. Yeah. 1 second.
Hard to grip him.
I made my way in.
Yeah, I'm just moving a couple people out of the room for you, so it's less clustered. We'll say she's at the door over here. All right, cool. Yeah.
Could you turn name tags off?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that right now because it's really cluttered right now.
When I know who everyone is.
I'm me.
Good job.
So while we're eating, I'll look over at Savra and I'll say, I'll say to her, so, Lady Savra, do you have any answers before we start talking about your business? Do you have any questions? Do you have any answers for our business regarding what we've been looking into in the town? Admittedly, we've been a wee bit obvious about it, but
She's like,
well,
what have you been looking into?
Well, we came here and there have been some strange happenings that we've happened to have run into. Some of us have had 1 to 2 run-in with some dark cultists, and these cultists have been doing rather nasty things like slavery and kidnapping and cutting the tongues at the people's mouths. I'm sorry, Ulrich, I know it's a bit of a sensitive topic for you. It's not been very kind. And on top of that, most of us, well, barring Ulrich, Lando, and our pal Cromwell here, we're all given various tasks. The one I've been set, my elf friend Elwarin and I have been set, is to track down a missing party at a Mirador, specifically a moon elf princess with some magic seeds for a grove.
So I would like to time out here real quick and do some table talk. You're telling people that you think, I don't know, do you think they're cultists? I guess maybe that's a better question I should ask.
Yeah, I firmly believe that there are cultists in this town, and I'm basically
in the town,
being as obvious and yeah.
Sure, but do you think that anybody? Whatever,
I think that this is the cult. I'll be honest. I think this is the cult.
I like where this blunt object's going.
So BigYin, I love the conversation. I want it to keep going, but Ulrich is staring daggers in the back of your head right now.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. I'm purposely putting the BigYin's foot in it to see what happens to spring the trap.
I just wanted to make sure that spectrlshade, the player, understood that.
No. I am well and truly aware. Cool. I am putting my foot right in it.
I just want to make sure you're aware, because I didn't want you to say something you didn't mean to say.
You're laying it on thick.
Yeah, which is fine. I just want to make sure he understood.
I mean, I may be big, blunt, and obvious, but people with vultures, tower overlooking the town, it could be one of two things. Either they're just kind of aloof, or they're completely part of it. And I'm just trying to get the information. And I'm putting a risk out there, and I plan on perception. I plan on checking whatever they say.
Inciting, you mean? Insight checking.
Insight checking.
All right, cool. That's fine. Continue. I just wanted to confirm.
That sounds great.
Just wanted to continue.
I think I'm Llus. You might want to insight check. I'm hoping Llus also picks up on the insight check opportunity here, since he probably has a better insight than I do.
Might want to go with Cromwell and Ulrich. I think
or
those two
actually Cromwell or Ulrich. That's right, because Llus has the -1. So I'm hoping either Ulrich or Cromwell.
I have a 1. 0. I have a -1 to like deception.
I'll still insight from the back of the room though.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Whoever wants to like check the conversation as it's going, feel free to. Just be aware that BigYin may not be the best at insight. Is all. Continue. All right, that's fine. Just continue. I just wanted to make.
Yeah, I have a 3 in insight because it is a wisdom skill, but it's not. I'm not proficient in it.
Yep. All right, continue.
So no, I asked my question. I'm waiting for an answer at this point.
She's like, cult. She looks over. She's like, Bob, have you heard of cultists at Red Larch? He's like, he sits there. He thinks about it. He's like, I think the locals talk about it, but we can't keep here on the keep. We're all from Waterdeep. It's kind of like a vacation home, as it were, and we ride under the vultures. She kind of points outside. You see the vultures kind of ride around. And we just kind of come between here and Waterdeep, and we just kind of do whatever we want to do. We're kind of rich.
Insight check.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna roll.
Fuck me!
Holy shit.
I'm not allowed to roll anything else for the rest of the night.
All right.
Fuck me.
Holy shit.
So Savra hasn't told you a lie yet, but you understand she's kind of going in a circular motion in her conversation talk. Like she's specifically avoiding a portion of your question as she kind of walks around it, but she has not lied. And I cannot drive that point home more than she has not lied to you yet. she's just kind of tiptoeing around certain things and not speaking on certain things yet. But she hasn't lied to you.
I do, and I don't want to step on your toes.
Sure.
But insight is more than just whether or not someone has lied. It's intention as well. Like, you don't just come out and say, this person meant this, right? You just go...
So things like she's obviously tiptoeing around the cult question, like, about that stuff, but she hasn't lied to you. Right? Like, when she's answering this question, she's, like, specifically saying, like, oh, yeah, like, the townspeople, like, know about cultists, and, like, they talk about this a lot. Somebody was, like, scratching into their mic.
Yeah, I was hearing that too.
Hopefully I can fix that. We'll see. But, like, as she's kind of talking to you about, like, what they've heard is, like, it's mostly just, like, what you've heard from the townspeople and what they've said. But she's not specifically saying whether or not they are cultists or they have heard of cultists. They're just saying stuff like, oh, yeah, the townspeople say this, and, you know, we're from Waterdeep, and we do these things around here. But, yeah, like, we just hear a lot of things that the townspeople say, and we can't, you know, confirm or deny because we haven't really had to do too much with the townspeople and their cult problems.
I'm going to pull out the symbol of the triangle people.
Okay. So upon you doing that, she... You know what? I'm gonna let the 23 roll. I'm gonna just let that roll for the rest of this conversation. Why not? That's what's fun.
Double 23.
Yeah, let's let that roll. So you see a glint of recognition in there, and you see a glint of, like, hatred in her eyes, but it's quick, right? She doesn't say anything. She's like,
That's
an interesting symbol. Where'd you pick it up from?
I've been going all over the dang old place looking for someone who's ever seen this. It's the craziest thing. No one has.
I have seen that before.
You have seen it?
Yes, I have.
All right. Where have you seen it?
On some dead bodies. Right around Lance Rock. Those guys, and that symbol specifically, shot one of our guys out of the sky down with a rock. So we had a bit of a fight, lost a few good men, a few good vultures. But yeah, we took them all out. And they were all wearing that symbol. The bastards, all of them.
Oh, so that's the source of the fresh graves we found over at Lance Rock. Well, that's that mystery answered.
I want to ask why they were at Lance Rock as well.
Oh, part of our patrol patterns, we just kind of circle around and just kind of make large maneuvers. We try to test and keep our guys up on their toes, and you hear Bob kind of shaking his head. Yep, Savra can sure be a taskmaster sometimes.
Yeah, you guys are great with tasks.
So why patrols? Like, what's in this area that's interesting for you?
Oh, it's just general, like, I guess, scouting patrols just to see if there's anything new. We heard there have been hill giant activity around here. Just checking in on that. Sometimes onkegs come out of the ground. I'm sure you guys have had to fight a few of those.
Well, didn't you call this more of like a vacation home than your actual home? Like, you don't know much about it, but then you patrol it. That doesn't add up to me.
And she just kind of smiles at you. She's like, "You're a clever one. I'll give you that. I've been here a while. Let's just say my vacation from Waterdeep has been a bit longer than most. I've been here for about a year, training up these guys. Waterdeep does recruit military from here once in a while to do their aerial missions, which is why we train hippogriffs, we train vultures.
I wouldn't trust anything you train.
And she's like, duly noted. But Waterdeep seems to like the guys that they take from us. Usually it's just the hippogriffs and the vultures.
I see they got all the good ones. Got it.
What?
I said, it seems like they got all the good guys. You're left with a lot of...
And she's like, yeah, they did just take a bunch like a couple days ago. She's like, I can't apologize enough for... And you just see Bob is just kind of shaking his head. and he looks kind of sad at how the situation unfurled for you guys.
Now, this is gonna sound crazy.
Sure.
I just want to get out there. There seems to be a lot of subtext floating around.
Sure.
Are y'all in a cult? Is this a cult? Are you trying to recruit us to your cult?
I like to also second that.
She's like, no, we're not looking for you guys to be members. You don't feel like you'd fit the profile.
So you are a cult, though.
Oh, you are a cult.
We wouldn't say that. We would say a group of people who enjoy riding giant vultures and hippogriffs and fighting monsters.
Did you say you're a guild?
What? There's two people talking at once.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
All
I'll
you,
shut up.
BigYin. Nah,
No,
you
I'll
got
shut up.
it. Nah, you got it.
So, no religious implications then. You just like going around flying on beasts and killing things then.
She's like,
no purpose, no greater goal, no helping of people. It's a
She's
bit
like-
selfish if you ask me.
well, we got money. We spend it. We come here. We do our thing. We hunt monsters. We hunt beasts. We keep Red Large kind of safe that way. But we don't ask for a penny or anything like that for doing that. But
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Nah.
we don't have,
No.
like, I don't follow a god, if that's what you're asking. I just,
Last night, you did bring up something about you getting orders.
yeah. I'm not the head honcho of this place. There's another person above me.
Right.
I'm kind of like the second in command, if it were.
And would they happen to be like a mystical figure?
She's like, she kind of looks at Bob. She's like, do you think she's mystical? She seems pretty human to me. How about you? Bob's like, yeah, seems pretty human to me. I guess she uses more magic than most people, but I mean, you guys do have an orc with glasses.
And roll insight just to make sure.
And I was looking at 23 just roll
Yeah, I know.
the rest. Yeah,
I know.
no, they're
Just
not lying
making
to you.
sure.
Yeah, they're not lying to you about this. Like they seem to think she's like this person they're referring to is a humanoid with just magical abilities that is above their own. Is what they seem to think.
Now, I didn't mean any offense, but it seems as if I'm talking to the puppet. When can we talk to the puppet master, if you can?
Oh, if you're looking for the leader of the Feather Girl Knights, she'll be here tonight for the dinner that we're having. We're doing a big celebration. It is the 10th anniversary of the Feather Girl Knight trio, like the founding of the Feather Girl Knights. And as part of the celebrations, we are going to go hunt a manticore. Or 2. Or 3. Who knows how many we'll find.
And this is the task that you want us to take on with you guys?
Yes, we would like you guys to help us. The more manticores we kill, the better. Brings up group morale. And she kind of whispers to, she kind of says like in a lowered voice so Bob doesn't hear, I don't quite trust these guys when it comes to combat or really anything after what happened yesterday. I wasn't going to pay you guys originally. I was just going to be like, hey, come fight things with us, but I feel like I might need the backup now.
I want to do a quick table talk.
Sure.
Just because, so these people scouted us as a group of 7 originally.
Yep.
Just to do a manticore raid of sorts.
That is what she is telling you, and that's what she believes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that sound weird to anybody else?
Absolutely, yeah.
Very
I
weird.
mean, it all sounds
just-
very
not just,
suspect.
not just weird, but like, who invites random strangers to partake in an event that's like for celebration of a group that we've never been in?
So
Actually,
To be
MI6 did.
fair-
MI6
to be
did.
fair-
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, to be fair, like they heard rumors of like group of 7 adventurers in town that might catch their attention of like, hey, there could be someone helping us hunting someone down because that's what we do, right?
Yeah, but
But-
this sounds like an exclusive event, like, more catered towards their group. It's odd to invite outsiders to it unless they're trying to recruit us, right?
Absolutely,
Well-
that's where I would say I would draw
Maybe
the
I'm
line.
wrong. I'm
because
just
that-
asking. 'cause
So-
No, that whole event sounds just suspicious.
yeah.
If I may, technically there is real world precedent for this kind of thing, with groups putting out kind of inane tasks to recruit a certain type of people to then either for a certain purpose or to bring into their or to permanently bring into their ranks.
She just said that she's not trying to recruit us. Though.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I know that,
that's
but no, hang on,
yeah.
just let me get it all out. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Now, it's either A, to bring into ranks, or for a specific task. To recruit people to Bletchley Park, MI6 would put crossword puzzles to see who could solve them, and then bring them in to solve them again, and then recruit from those people in order to crack Enigma. So, to me, in a real-world sense, this is on par for something beyond the Manticores. Like, I agree, this is kind of suspect, because why, apart from finding a group of seven rando adventurers and inviting them to your tower, it's kind of a weird thing. I get it. And killing Manticores definitely, while great, experience, loot, and God knows what else we might find, still a little suspect. Maybe we can get ourselves some good favor or get some more information, because while Savra is the second in command, it may be that the leader of this group might know a bit more about what's going on than she does, because let's face it, the general intelligence level of this group is not all that high.
Yeah, I'm trying to make that point kind of clear.
So, I guess what I'm thinking at this point is, let's play this out. We have to make it. This is even better because we can disappear for a while. We can disappear, circle back, observe the town when we're done. Not only that, but we can get some proper wealth, killing Manticores, get some proper experience. I'm guessing that we could, if we successfully harvest some Manticore stuff, and we sell it to the right people, that could be worth some loot. And on top of that, people may forget we were around if we're gone long enough, and then we can kind of covertly scout stuff. The plan that we had in motion could still work, just given a little more time. Admittedly, I don't know how much time this will take, how much this Manticore hunt will affect our ability to find the party we're looking for, but we still haven't even figured out where the hell they are. So, any port in a storm, in my opinion. So I think we should play this out.
I mean, that we wouldn't be losing that much time if we actually go for this. The only one thing that I find worrying is that we haven't left a very good reputation in this town so far. So why would they consider us as being good candidates to hunt these monsters?
Sure. So
that's the
problem.
I see.
I would give you guys some, information. Like when you guys were in town, you didn't really notice any other adventurers. Perchance, when you guys were there, it has been, I guess, a day and a half, an hour, whatever you want to call it. Maybe other people have rolled in, but when you guys were in town, there were no other strictly adventurers. There were a couple of mercenary people that were guarding caravans, with no adventuring parties. And you guys would know that adventurers in this world are often asked to help on these kinds of things. Typically they're paid to help out. They're either helping train these people, or just helping be a rear vanguard, or they're the front lines doing all the stuff and everybody else just kind of watching. But they get paid. So she seemed like she was inviting you guys based off just that knowledge for you guys for adventurers, that she's inviting you guys to come for the Manticore hunt. She's now going to be paying you, so this could possibly do future payment events sort of deal. Is what you would know as adventurers, is what sometimes happens. Whether that aligns with what your guys' group's goals are, different story, right? But you guys would just understand, as adventurers, it's not super weird, but it is kind of weird for somebody to say we're going to kidnap you, and then to be in this situation, sort of deal.
Right. Yeah. And I would say that also we haven't shown anyone that we're actually capable adventurers of any kind.
This is also true, but pick what you call it, beggars can't be choosers, perhaps. Who knows?
So that's the only information I wanted to give.
Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we covered our bases of all that, and make sure we're kind of clear that this is very, very odd from a surface level of our characters. So,
yeah.
I think Lando's trying to say something.
Like we're.
Oh, I was just gonna say it seems pretty sus, but I'm down to just play it out. I like that idea.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I was convinced.
I just wanted to gauge the room before we did that. That's all.
Yeah. But to this point, it doesn't seem like we're at a high risk yet. They don't seem to actually hold us or trying to do anything against us.
Don't pose a threat, really.
Yeah, so we could I mean, if we don't feel like this is going the right way, we could always like pull out and say like, this is it. We're not gonna continue doing this, but it's probably worth looking into for sure.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Cool.
Who's gonna ask about money?
Yeah, I was about to actually ask about money.
Probably
That was-
whoever has the highest charisma score.
I was gonna say
I
you
believe
just
I'm
because
pretty
he's the
well-versed in
greediest, but
charisma. So yeah,
I think a lot of you guys are talking at once there, but if you're looking at straight
Oh, yeah.
pure stats, it should be Cromwell, but I
I
could be
have-
wrong.
Yeah, I have 3 charisma.
I was just saying Llus because he's the most greediest one, but
I thought I had.
Actually, that would be pretty on brand too.
Actually, yeah, for your guys' group, that would be the most like on brand because you guys don't know Cromwell that well yet.
Yeah,
Cromwell's intent. I mean, both you guys could ask, right? Cromwell and Useless could come up and be like, "How much money are we talking here, guys?" Like, but yeah.
bond over that special moment. All right, but yeah, that's all. That's all I had.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys are. She's just kind of. Is there any other questions that you guys had for me? There is lunch ready, so you guys can feel free to start eating. And yeah, you can just hang out here. I can kind of show you, just show you around a couple places, and then we'll have the big dinner party tonight. And yeah, then we'll be off on our way.
All right.
Question.
I'll just say before we turn to money, quick tape. I'd just like to say, Savra, before we go on talking about this Manticore thing, would you mind giving us the room just for a moment? I have a private question I'd like to ask Cromwell and Ulrich here, if you don't mind.
She's
we just
like-
require a wee bit of privacy.
Okay. I guess just knock on this door when you're done.
Very kind of you.
And she kind of
Thank you, Lady Savra.
She motions over, and Bob and her kind of walk out the room. Okay. The floor is yours, guys.
Right. I know this is all a wee bit suspect, but I'd like to point out the fact that, we didn't need to fight, and admittedly they did not approach us in the best way possible. But what you think about this here job? I reckon we take it, it'll give us a wee bit more time to make ourselves less, give us a bit more stealthy time when we go to surveil the town. And we get paid. What you think? And should we drop the pretense with this group, or should we keep it up that we're not friends?
Talking to?
All of you guys.
Sorry, just out of
thought you
character.
Directly speaking to.
Oh yeah, are you speaking directly to just Ulrich and I?
All
Yeah.
of
No.
you,
This is
all
like
of
to
you as a
everyone. The
group,
whole
yeah.
point was for her to get the hell out of the room.
Okay,
But
because you said
Okay.
because you did
was-
say.
I was muted. I responded, but no one heard me because I was muted.
Nerd.
classic.
But yeah, I know. Shit. Now I lost it. But yeah. Well, basically all pretense is gone at this point. I think
Agreed.
you kind of blew that one up.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
Let's
I'm
keep
gonna-
in mind. Let's keep in mind that I'm not considering any of you guys except Ulrich, my friend.
I think one day you'll accept me. Just give me
Right.
time. I'll prove it to you.
Especially DQ.
Cool. Yeah.
And I think that's a fair point. However, I am a bit light in the coin sack.
Well, to be fair, we did come over here just to make sure you guys are okay.
I
And
think.
I appreciate that. I
think
really do.
Yeah, I think getting some coin for our friend Ulrich here, if we want to, if he considers us a friend.
Yeah.
I think this would be beneficial to all of us at this point. To just take this task, even with the suspect nature of it.
Don't
I
read
also
We
me
need
wrong.
to negotiate a number.
Oh,
I agree. Money, the amount is important. I think we can definitely keep giving them a lot of shit for what they did to us. So milk that the best way you can.
Don't hear me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like y'all, but friends is a little high on the list.
I think we can all agree with that. But
I think it's
I
too
also
strong a
think
word,
from,
personally.
from recent experience, I think we do work better as a group right now than being split up. So maybe we should just take this on together.
I don't think we need labels. I think As long as we tackle the goals together, I'm cool with that personally.
All right. Well, what number are we looking for?
Oh, by the way, don't worry about this. I already have a number in my head that she's gonna go in with, and we'll go from there. Just what you guys say here doesn't affect what I'm bringing into the table. Just giving you heads up.
I'm saying at least. How many of us are there?
7.
Triple digits, 100%.
I'm thinking at least 350
each.
I mean, does anyone here know the difficulty of a manticore and how I've never fought one myself, so I'm not really sure how strong these creatures are.
A lot stronger than you are.
Yeah, let's have Cromwell, Elwarin, Ulrich, and Llus or BigYin roll history for me, just so you guys can get an idea of manticores.
Nice.
We all know the same.
Y'all are just really good at this rolling thing. You guys just really good at rolling the same.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we don't do any combat today.
I guess, yeah, I guess not.
Especially after that double 23.
Yeah. So you guys would know that manticores are pretty ferocious, but if you're fighting them in like large groups, it's pretty simple. But like
a bait and switch tactic.
More so just like you surround it at all sides and you kill it. Has been the straight tactics that you and Ulrich have kind of
just
used.
Zombie hoarded essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's just like you surround it with enough bodies and enough
The
like,
army
pikes.
way.
Yeah, you surround it with enough bodies and pikes that it can't reach you, then
Army
you're good.
strong.
But like if it was like a 1v1 combat, it could be dicey.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
With that in mind, it seems like it'll be a pretty simple task.
Between the seven of us, yeah.
Let's say 350 per manticore.
I like what you're thinking. When we say the manticores that we kill, I'm assuming is the bargain that you're trying to strike.
No.
Or just
that
overall.
We're helping them kill.
Gotcha.
I don't want them to get away with like, oh, we killed it though.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's fair. I don't want to get weaseled out of some money.
Sounds good to me, but how are we keeping track of it?
Asking the real questions over here. Who's gonna
I'm
count? Who's gonna count and take tally?
I'm pretty good at counting. I think I can manage to keep an eye out the whole time on how many. I don't think
you guys trust DQ to count. He's a fucking lizard.
I don't see why me being a lizard is going to pertain in how well I can count. Cromwell, you're being kind of a dick.
Just comment if you ask me.
Just got less fingers than we do. I don't know what to tell you.
Do I?
Speciesist.
Do I have less fingers?
Yes, you do. You only have 4. You don't have 5. You only have 4 fingers. It's like you have like a thumb, and then you have 3. It's like a thumb and 3, not a thumb and 4.
Okay, so I'm like a fucking cartoon Nickelodeon character.
Yeah,
Got it.
pretty much.
Okay.
Straight out of Fairly Odd Parents or whatever.
I'm just saying, if we go higher than 8, we're kind of fucked.
Cromwell, I don't need my fingers to count. I'm not a simpleton.
Well, how do you count then?
Ulrich, I like humor. I think it's some humor from based on how he's saying it. I'm not sure.
No, he's being dead serious. He has no idea how to count with more than he has on his fingers.
No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I know how to count.
Yeah, that's a joke.
No, I know.
Look.
My character's taking it like as like a. I like your sense of humor.
I hope
Ulrich
I hope that was a
a
joke.
good old roast. I hope that was a joke. Yeah, exactly. And
I'll just put an arrow in each of them so we can keep track of them.
I kind of look at my hands, just thinking, fuck.
I'm just sitting there, just nibbling, watching all of this go. Watching all of this go on.
Moving on,
I don't care
I
about
think
money
I can
here.
count. We'll manage to keep a tally. Don't worry. I can draw on the dirt or something.
All right, let's
I
go.
mean,
Well,
I can
Elwarin's
count
sticking
if
an
that's the
arrow in him,
problem.
so.
That's right. So have we agreed on a price?
350
a manicore.
Body. Jinx.
I'll go knock on the door then. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, and then Savra enters, and she's like, "Well, hello. Do did you guys have a fulfilling conversation?
Quite.
We did.
And
Have any questions for me?
Yeah, we just wanted to talk to you about reward for these manticores.
Ah, yes, compensation. She kind of looks at you guys. She's like, "There's 7. I was thinking 25 per person per manticore slain."
Little low.
I roll over to Cromwell.
We were thinking more like 50 per person per manticore slain.
She's like, she kind of is doing. You see her doing some like mental math in her head. Listen, that's pretty steep, I do have to say. I can go as high as 35 per person per manticore.
Listen, Sovereign, no offense to you and your crew here, but without us, I think you'd struggle a little bit more than you would with us.
I mean, you haven't seen me or the commander fight, but I get you.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I guess with the rest of these fools, yeah, that could be kind of tough. But yeah, like 35 is literally as high as I can go.
I just peer over to everyone else.
hit us with that persuasion check.
Hit us with the persuasion.
Or intimidation.
Right.
I don't want to tell you how to role play your character.
You sure you can't do 50? I'm gonna try to keep pushing for 50.
Sure. Are you going to try to intimidate or persuade here?
Persuade.
Okay.
I'm just insight checking her just to make sure that she isn't lying about she can't do 50.
Okay. Okay. 1 sec. I didn't think I was gonna actually have to roll for this.
I'm so glad you didn't do intimidate, by the way.
What do you mean? It could have been great. So your persuasion does not work. She seems pretty stuck on the 35. And BigYin, from what you can tell, 35 seems to be as high as she can go.
I'll just kind of make a cut gesture at I'll just make a cut gesture at Cromwell and just kind of give a head shake. It's like,
Okay, 35 it is.
And she just kind of writes it down on a piece of paper. And she's like, all right. And she kind of tears it off and she gives it to BigYin. I guess she sees it in the front. She's like, all right, that's your receipt. We have agreed upon 35 gold pieces per person per manticore slain. And she's like, 1 second. She takes a piece of paper back. She's like, I would like to add a little line in here. And when I say per manticore slain, I mean like you guys helping us. But if you guys do not do any combat damage or choose to sneak in when we have not requested your assistance, you will not be receiving coin for that manticore. If we are like, hey guys, this is your turn, like come and help us, that's your manticore. We ask you again.
So
hey,
are we auxiliary? Are we auxiliary?
You will be both. There will be probably 3 manticores at once. If we find out what our scouts keep telling us, there are 3, then you guys will take 1, and then we will take the other 2. And if we need assistance after you have slain your 1, we will call for it. But we think we can handle 2. We just heard there was a 3rd and needed another group of bodies to help us. And you guys seemed like the lot for that.
And just to confirm, the 35 per manticore per person.
Yeah, so that's 35 gold pieces for each of you guys, for each manticore you guys slain. So I guess
do all of us have to be involved in the combat in it? Like if
No.
we kill that manticore before the last person gets to take a turn, we
Yeah,
still
no,
get
all of you guys as a group would still get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
That would be really shitty if that's how that worked out. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
I know.
we all killed the manticore before Cromwell got to go, so Cromwell doesn't get any money now. Really shitty. No, yeah, you as a group, if
Well,
you guys
just
slay it,
clarifying.
yeah, as a group,
Alright.
if you guys slay it, it works out. Same way, like, as if, like, you guys are called in to help out the group, and then all of you guys don't get an action to, like, help kill that manticore or whatever, you guys will all still get paid for that one.
Very good.
Sounds good to me.
And she kind of adds that little part, and she kind of puts a line and says, if you don't mind signing that for me. And she kind of just puts it out for one of you guys to sign it.
I'll sign it.
Okay, so Cromwell signs that. She signs it herself, And she gives it back to, I guess, Cromwell at this point. She says, that is your receipt. Please return that to the leader upon completion of the Manticore Hunt. If there are any other questions, I can help you. But first, go ahead and eat lunch, and then we'll chat after that. And then she kind of does like a flourish with her arms. And you guys see all the food kind of all over the place. And she kind of takes a slight bow and walks and takes a step back. And out of the room. She's gone.
To eat a little lunch.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so I guess you guys just spend the time there and just eat lunch. And we will call it there unless you have something you want to add real quick.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna spend some time focusing on the staff, but maybe I don't need to.
You can do that next session.
Okay.
There'll be some time. Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody.